Okay. Someone said, "Did you miss your flight? Lord help us." Did I miss my flight? No, I didn't. I didn't. The reason why I was going got canceled, so then I was like, I'm not going at all. Dude, you're literally one of the only people in the world who gives me hope for the future. Thank you. I got a flight in 3 days. I'm panicking. What the fuck? Early stream. The airport, it's giving Coachella. What? At the busiest airport in the world? Wait, what's the busiest airport in the world? Hold on. Wait, is that Atlanta? I'm seeing a lot of airports in Atlanta. Okay, yes, yes. I'm seeing a lot of Atlanta videos. You guys, I'm getting shit. Damn, what the fuck? Okay. I'm getting fucking roasted on TikTok. I posted a video today basically talking about how like there's like this whole drama with Chapel Roan going on. Everyone keeps talking about it. And I was like, literally, why is everyone talking about this? Like it doesn't fucking matter. Like, who cares, right? Like we got like bigger fish to fry. Like ICE is still kidnapping people. They're doing it at the airport now. Like everything's becoming more authoritarian. So I basically made a video where I was like, who the fuck cares about the Chapel Roan thing? I just posted it like an hour ago. You guys, they're tearing me up as we speak. They're tearing me up right now as we speak. How am I today? I'm great. How are you? I'm about to eat more Chipotle, you guys. After I ended stream last night at like, oh my god, I took a gummy and then I ate this shit at like 3 a.m. Oh my god, it was so good. It was so good off the gummy at 3 a.m. that I was like, I need to get it the next day. So like, I was like, I got it again today. They were out of lettuce. I don't know why. Like, who the fuck runs out of lettuce? But also, like, lettuce is literally like fucking solid water, bro. Lettuce adds nothing to a meal. It adds like the taste of a texture, and that's literally it. The munchies got to you. Oh shoot, now I want Chipotle. Damn, this is heavy. They did me right today. Fuck Chapel, the weird lesbo. Bro, okay. I guess yes. Like I really just don't care about her, but also like literally who cares? What's up, big dog? What's up? Fuck girl, you always look so cute with pink and whatever, let them be mad. Oh, thank you. Not much, thank you for asking. Huh? Addicted to Chipotle Easy. She moved her entire apartment to Washington D.C. Yes, you guys. I brought all my entire setup and then I found a window identical to my one at home and I'm literally actually streaming from DC. Hold up. You're gonna be 25% done with that bowl in 1 hour again. Okay, I just take a minute to eat, okay? Especially when I'm eating like Chipotle because for some reason their steak is like gamey as fuck. Like it's like chewy as hell. I don't know. No longer in Ohio, easy clap. Hold on. LOL, come to DC anyways. I should go to DC again. I don't even know what the Chapel Roan situation even is. This soccer players who's the stepdad of Jude Law's daughter. So Jude Law's daughter, her stepdad is some soccer player, and she's in Brazil for Lollapalooza, and they happen to be staying at the same hotel as like Jude Law's, I guess like co-parents' daughter, right? And so like there's this 11-year-old girl, and what apparently happened was she's a huge Chapel Roan fan. She walks by a table where Chapel Roan's sitting, and then all she does is walk by it just to see if like, oh my god, is that her or whatever the fuck. And then a Chapel Roan security guard apparently got up and was like, you guys can't be doing that. And then everyone's like freaking out because everyone's like, oh my god, like you're a celebrity. Why are you being such a bitch? Like why? Because she has like I don't know, a history of like doing shit like that. I guess. Fuck. Oops. Okay. I don't know, but if you ask me, the entire thing's stupid. I think the entire thing's pointless. I don't think it matters. I think it's really just it's dumb. Like it's really dumb. Like unfortunately, Charlie XCX has better songs than Roan. I don't know why people are making the smallest thing so big when there's so many more things to care about. Yeah, I just don't get why people give a fuck about it. And like I basically made a video where I was like, why do you guys give a fuck about this? And then everyone was like, we can't care about two things at once. We can't care about two things at once. And I'm like, no, you can care about two things if the two things matter. But it's like one of the things that you're talking about is just like not like, dude, what is you sitting on the internet shitting on a celebrity for doing something going to do? Like it's they didn't do anything illegal. Like they didn't do anything like crazy. It's like I'm just like, what is that gonna do? You want to get them canceled? Is that it? Like you just want to complain for complaining's sake? Like I just like what? That's not gonna affect their fucking income. It's not gonna affect how much money they make. Like really, you're just sitting there hating for no fucking reason. I'm just like, what's the point of this? Oh, thanks, John Giesman. But I'm just like, what's the point? Like it's like it doesn't matter. Smallest situation I've ever heard of. It's not even important. Exactly. Mass transit infrastructure is so essential for everyone. It's nice having options. You guys, I've been seeing videos of like oh my god, airports are just fucked right now. I saw the plane crash last night in NYC, like in LaGuardia, the Air Canada flight. That was fucking crazy. Like it ran into a fire truck. I watched the video of it running in. It was crazy. Um, but I've also been seeing videos the entire day about like ICE being at like the airport, and it's like, dude, it's what really gets me is like, can you imagine you're a TSA agent and the government shut down 3 times in the last fucking year, and like I don't know, at this point it's like every 3 months you know that you're gonna go like a month and a half without pay because the government's just gonna like they can't fucking agree on the budget, right? And that keeps happening to you over and over again. And can you imagine being a TSA agent right now, knowing that you haven't been paid in like literally like over a fucking month, and then like all of a sudden like these guys with like no training come in, these like chunguses with no fucking training come in, and like suddenly they can just do whatever the fuck they want and they're getting paid for it. Like, dude, I would be mad as fuck if I were a TSA agent right now. I would be so fucking pissed. Like, are you kidding me? They're here in Chicago O'Hare. ICE is getting 80 billion a year. Bro, stop talking about food. I gotta go to class. I'm literally starving. You should have gotten Chipotle. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, somebody said these goobers are just walking around holding onto their bulletproof vests. Fucking bitch ass scabbing shit. I saw the video of the ICE agents where only one of them were white, which is disappointing. Yeah, I have noticed that. Like most of them aren't white. They're like a lot of them. Okay, I don't know which airport the video I saw was out of, but I definitely saw at least I saw a video where they were like a bunch of TSA agents. And what's funny is like hold up, what the fuck? What's funny is like whenever okay, actually hold up. Whenever like you take ICE agents anywhere, there always have to be like 3 layers of protection around them because it's like the ICE agents, the people trying to beat the shit out of them. So it's like there's like protective area of like I don't know. Usually it's police officers, so like it'll be like the ICE agents doing the deporting, and then there's usually like a barrage of like police officers kind of protecting them because if they don't, then like people will just beat the shit out of the ICE agents. Does that make sense? Like, is anyone traveling 4 to 5 hours to get early in the airport? Which airport are you guys at? Like, I second this as a service member, wannabe soldiers. Now service members are afraid of being in uniform because they're cosplaying in our uniform. I think the few trending are from Atlanta and Chicago airports. Let me look it up. Hold up. Let me. Oh damn. What am I doing? What am I doing? Hold up. Let me see. Guys, my nose has been so stuffed. I don't know if it's because of the spring or what, but like, holy fuck, my allergies are not great. Okay, let's make this smaller. I'm gonna look at. I saw a video of a mother and daughter getting deported, but I don't know where that was out of. I don't know which airport that was. If it was even an airport, like it could have been a mall for all I know. I didn't see it very well. Okay, let's see. I did 2 days ago. Mine was like 10 minutes in San Francisco. SF. I don't think SF is that bad. I haven't heard anything about it at the least. Let me see. ICE agents help to manage airport crowds. We both know damn well that's not what they're fucking doing there. Help to manage is crazy. If that's, I guess you could call it that. Hold on.
Homeland Security into voter identification with picture and proof of citizenship in order to vote. And those 2 items are the most important thing having to do with Homeland Security. So it should be part of the Homeland.
What is this? I have no idea what the fuck this is even talking about. Okay. There's so much shit going on at any given point in time that I have literally no idea. Like, what is the headline this week gonna be? 2 Canadian pilots killed in LaGuardia. Runway collision with fire truck. Let's see. Egypt, Sarah Strong. Dude, no. I want to watch. Bro, are they hiding? I know damn well this is probably the most. There's no way this isn't what most people are talking about today when it comes to politics. Yeah, like they're. Oh, why is every person in this frame Asian? God fucking damn it! Every time they're always Asian, bro. I hate it. Which airport is this? Let's see. San Francisco. Okay, never mind. It checks out. Actually, that checks out. But damn, I didn't know they were like. Fuck, dude, that's crazy. I didn't know they were tackling people there. Holy shit. If Trump ain't have that dumpy, I wouldn't even watch him. What the fuck? I just want the nightmare to be over already. Airlines are charging more as well because of the spike in prices in oil. Let me look at this. Okay, let's. Oh fuck! Is this yellow on yellow crime?
Leave her alone! Fucking what are you doing?
Leave her alone!
What the hell are you doing?
I hope you're so fucking proud of yourselves, you fucking assholes. You're on video now too. Yeah. Shame on you.
Wait, are these the ICE? How can you even tell if they're ICE agents? They have like,
Fucking
bro, they just look like
un-American
people at the
people.
airport. Are we sure that? Wait, How do you even tell these people are ICE agents? Like, literally, is there any way to identify them? Because don't they usually wear that corny ass fake police vest? Like, they're just dressed like travelers. I'm just like, what the fuck? Nah, LMAO, yeah. Plus, Asians plus up in San Fran. Dude, it's literally shameful. I hate it. Wild, I would have called TSA to arrest them, tell them they're terrorists. Hold on.
Fucking assholes, you're on video now too. Yeah. Shame on you. You fucking un-American pieces of shit. Fuck you.
Leave her alone.
Damn, okay. What's this? ICE detains mother at airport traveling with young daughter. Hold on. ICE agents seen at Atlanta airport after Trump said he'd deploy agents to assist TSA during the shutdown. What is this? Air traffic controller, I messed up, can be heard. Air Canada jet crashed into an emergency vehicle on the LaGuardia Airport runway.
Truck, as is required to cross the runway, and then realizing something is amiss, urgently ordering it 10 times to stop, but there is no response. Then the crash, and the controller calls out to Air Canada pilots to tell them help is on the way. At that point,
so it's just the pilots who passed? Because I remember seeing like 2 dead and there were like 18 injured or some crazy shit like that. The Atlanta TSA line so long that it's not just wrapped around baggage claim, it's wrapping around the outside of the freaking building. Hold on. Super fucked. They're just supporting criminals. Sure, buddy. Fuck them. Ironic that DHS is supposed to prevent terrorism, but they are terrorizing. Facts. Pilots dead only. Dude, at 5 a.m., that's the line. People waited in line for 6 hours last night and still missed their flights. Holy shit.
America, and they don't belong in airports.
Wait, leftist melting down in Newark Airport screaming Nazis at ICE agents doing their job. She needs a one-way ticket on Jihad Air. What kind of bunk-ass caption is this? First of all, you don't even know she's a leftist. Second of all, you literally, like, she's based as fuck for calling them Nazis. That is Nazi behavior. That's exactly what they did. Like, there's so many people drawing parallels between what ICE is doing right now, especially in the airports, and, like, The Handmaid's Tale, and then also specifically Nazi Germany. Like, how they suddenly normalized it. Houston Airport packed as fuck. No, because how is ICE being there going to make anything better in terms of wait times? Like, it's just like, there's no reason for them to even be there. Like, what are you doing? Are they just standing there for no reason? I thought they were supposed to be helping with TSA. Bro, go help. Go help. Don't be shy. Do they have, like, some sort of ID scanner? Like, what role are they really playing here? Houston packed as fuck. I hate ICE agents the most. They need a better live ICE agent tracking system. The one that exists right now are not very good. Facts. Imagine getting checked in by TSA outside the airport. Oh damn, I think I saw this video as well. Wait, is this the same thing that happened earlier? Yeah, okay, it's the same lady as earlier. It's just a different angle. How do they decide who, like, I know that they do it indiscriminately, but I'm just like, do they just, are they just like, oh, it's this person's unlucky day, we're gonna deport them today? I'm just like, there's no process. They aren't even trained to do TSA. Is it just whoever they feel like deporting that day? Like, ICE agents run from the press inside JFK Airport as they're deployed with no masks. Yeah, I would run from the press if I was an ICE agent in New York too. I'm gonna be honest, you guys. This is JFK Airport. If I were in New York and I was an ICE agent, I would also run from the press. I like a lot of what we see ICE doing in media is all for show. Because aren't the majority of deportations happening in southern states? They aren't even trained to do TSA. Oh my god, why am I so tired? Hold on, why am I yawning like a motherfucker, you guys? I need to start eating my Chick-fil-A. My Chipotle, oh my god, okay. The question is, what do I watch while I eat this? Holy shit, I did not know it looked like that. Why is it shredded? What the fuck? I'm so glad all of them are gonna get doxxed. I feel like a lot of what we see ICE doing in the media, wait. They're just doing their job. No, they're fucking the country up but being a racist piece of shit. Yeah, whoever says they're just doing their job is a fucking idiot. Like, it's like you signed up for the bonus not knowing that you have to wait. You have to work there for like 8 years for that to hit. Wonk getting sleepy might be nap time. Chipotle gonna make you more tired. Nah, you know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take like 2 sips of an energy drink and then have some Chipotle. That's what I'm gonna do. Hold up. Let me go grab an Alani. Hold on. Hold on. W can opening ASMR. Okay. The car just ran into an airport terminal. Yeah, I think it was a fire truck, but I'm like, why the fuck? Like, okay, here's the video that I saw. Damn, this video is ass. Genuinely can't make out a single thing in this video, by the way. What the fuck? Yeah, so as you can see, light number 2 bumped into light number 1. Dude, you can't see shit. Why is this the worst quality video I've seen in my life? Hold on, I saw a better quality one, you guys. Let me find it. Okay. Okay, this is a little bit better. 2 pixels per sometimes ass video. Facts. Filmed on a potato. Here's the... Okay, so here's what it looks like. This is the fire truck, and then this is the plane taking off. So it's just kind of like... wild. I wonder if everyone in the fire truck survived.
Able to pay for their cars, gas, childcare.
Dude, I love that
rent
basically there's no dress code for being an ICE agent. There's no like, oh, your undershirt has to be black. There's no like, we all just wear plain black shirts. It's just like whatever the fuck you feel like. Like, I just like earlier at like the San Francisco airport, it was 2 guys in like just regular ass travel clothing. Like one of them was wearing like a windbreaker with like a North Face jacket. And then now we just have 3 dudes. One dude looks like he's gonna go golfing. This guy looks like he's about to, I don't know, he just looks normal. Like he just looks like he's in a black shirt. This guy's just in, he's like best of both worlds, black poloing. Like, I'm just like, this guy looks like he's in an ROTC. This one looks like he's just like going about his day. And then this one looks like he's about to go golf. I'm just like, why is there no uniformity in what they wear at all? There's no like, oh, this is what ICE agents wear. This is what they normally look like. It's just like
Shutdown.
whatever
It's
the fuck they
making it
feel
so
like,
they
I
can't
guess.
even say, but they also feel like this is even worse than they were expecting.
Seemed like I didn't sleep last night to get here to the airport. It's unfortunate, but hey, I got to do what I got to do. If I had the means, I'd pay everyone right now, but I can't. But I would. It's crazy. I don't blame them.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because they're hardworking individuals.
It's been crazy.
For about an hour and a half.
Yeah, pretty much. It's kind of uncomfortable, you know, the situation, but
Wild video footage has emerged of a New Orleans police screaming at travelers who were fighting while waiting in a 3-hour TSA line at MSY International Airport. Where the fuck is MSY International Airport? Does anyone know which airport? Oh wait, New Orleans? I see. Dude, New Orleans is like this as well. I didn't even hear about New Orleans. I knew Atlanta was bad. I knew like, I think New York was bad. Any ICE agents that are not white is literally so fucking dumb. You're literally against your own race. I know, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it starts with random people, but then it ends with people like you. I have photo examples of patches they like to use, such as tattoos, guns, and care. I have the government issued ID they're supposed to be displaying, but you know. Like, TSA agents are getting a huge rep boost after travelers have to deal with ICE. Oh, facts. Oh, facts. Because I remember people used to call TSA agents racist as well. Alright, you guys. Does anyone have a request on what I should watch while I'm eating my dinner? I know that last time someone requested specifically 9/11, 9/11 highlight reel. So, let me see. Bernie Sanders versus Claude. I saw this video. It was interesting. Honestly, not that interested in it. Let me see. Okay. Like, TSA agents are getting a huge rep boost after travelers have to deal with ICE facts. What is this? In defense of Cuba, how the media lies to you.
This program is brought to you by Exter. As always, source material will be cited in the corner of the screen throughout the video. Enjoy. In case you were unaware, there exists a small island nation less than 100 miles off the coast of the mainland USA with quite the reputation. A lot is said about this country, and the opinions held about it vary massively. If you listen to those sympathetic to the revolutionary history of Cuba, you'll be told the story of a selfless island nation off the coast of the world's most violent empire that, despite its struggles, which are almost entirely the result of economic warfare waged against it by the United States, gives whatever it can to those in need. Whether that be military assistance to those fighting white supremacists in southern Africa, offering medical aid to others, or even dramatically improving the quality of life domestically relative to the inequality and torture overseen on the island by the previous.
Wait, when was this made? Oh, it was made 2 days ago. Okay, so is this just like a deep dive history into like Cuba itself? Interesting. You should DoorDash a second monitor. Oh my god.
US-backed dictatorship.
Oh my god.
But
Oh my god.
who
Enough of the
cares
peanut
what
gallery. You guys, I get it. I just like I get it. Oh my god. Oh my god, the sky is blue. The sky is blue. I'm unemployed and I need a second monitor. I know.
this guy thinks. I mean, who even is that? These guys are the ones who know what they're talking about.
Cuba is the epicenter, is the headquarters of evil in the Western Hemisphere.
Socialist dictator who murdered all dissidents.
What could you possibly say that's positive about a man like Fidel Castro?
We are sitting in a dangerous predicament.
He actually created a giant gulag and sentenced everybody in the country to stay in it.
Wait, what? No, within just 2 years of the revolution, 200,000 Cubans emigrated, and over 500,000 left during its first decade. And Cuba went on to experience levels of immigration comparable to those of its neighboring countries in the late 20th century. While Cubans did need exit paperwork and...
Wow, you guys are fucking eating me up. Do you ever get Mexican food from an authentic local spot? There are local spots near me, but I'm gonna be honest, you guys, they taxed up the prices. The prices are fucking crazy now. If you want like any sort of like entree, I feel like it's minimum $16 now. Like if I eat any local food, which sucks. Like I don't like to buy from corporations, but I do love Chipotle. But it is like, like at the end of the day, like $9 for a bowl. I feel like that's like really good. Anyways, okay.
This process was often a bureaucratic mess. One of the main bottlenecks was often the receiving country, especially the US, which restricted legal visas while rewarding undocumented arrivals, seemingly encouraging the kind of dramatic...
I said, girl, it was a genuine question. I wasn't eating you up, but I'd like to. No, okay, no, yeah. I just have TikTok PTSD because you can deadass post on TikTok and you can be like, hey guys, I got a Chipotle bowl. It's really good. And everyone else will be like, no thanks. I'm getting my food from an authentic small business. And so, because I'm the least capitalistic person ever. Food trucks have gotten so fucked up in price, it's insane. How much are food trucks nowadays? Hold up, Qdoba or Chipotle? Who the fuck eats a Qdoba? 100% Chipotle. 100% Chipotle. There's no way. Who eats at Qdoba's like worst Chipotle, I want to say. Also, I've never eaten at a Moe's. I know Moe's is also a thing. Who the fuck is eating there? TikTok niche micro celebrity makes fun of TikTok. Shut the fuck up. Shh. Hold on. Shh. Qdoba is bussin'. I don't know. Every single time I've gotten a bowl from Qdoba, I've been like, the Chipotle would have been better.
That could be used for propaganda, and Fidel Castro himself declared the revolution strictly voluntary, and he even facilitated periodic mass exoduses, later agreeing to a U.S. proposed airlift when dangerous sea departures became common. God damn it, Ben, you make it so hard for me to make a funny little montage when I have to pause and refute your bullshit. It's such a buzzkill.
We are on the edge of war and have been for some time.
He exiled all religious figures.
No, he didn't.
100 years from now, historians are going to look at Fidel Castro and say, this guy was able to supersede Lenin and Stalin.
Under Batista, Cuba was one of the richest countries in Latin America.
Fidel was a genius at evil, and right now, they're ending their days are numbered.
Che Guevara said, there's a direct quote from Che, this piece of crap who you see people walking around with his face on t-shirts. It's like walking around, again, with a Stalin t-shirt. Said to send men to the firing squad, judicial proof is unnecessary, is what Che Guevara said. These procedures are an archaic, bourgeois detail. This is a revolution, and a revolutionary must become a cold-killing machine motivated by pure hate. We must create a pedagogy of the paradigm. That's the execution one.
This is a fabrication. Che never said this. It's attributed to Che, but in reality, it's the result of splicing together a bunch of random shit to form a blurb he never said nor wrote. In fact, this Frankenstein of a quote is contradicted by the historical record.
Oh, oops. Sorry, guys. I moved the mouse. Sorry.
And does not represent Che's actions. For example,
wait, let me see what parts of this video exist. What's this video's goal? Spanish colonization. Damn, you guys gave me a video that's an hour long. An hour long? One monitor issues. Okay, fine.
He never said
I'll watch it and
judicial
we'll see.
proof is unnecessary. In reality, he explicitly warned his judges to be scrupulous about weighing the evidence in each case so as not to give the revolution's enemies additional ammunition, wrote the foremost biographer on Guevara, John Lee Anderson. And the judge who gathered evidence and sat on the appellate bench with Che stated that, "We gave each case due and fair consideration and we didn't come to our decisions lightly." So again, Ben is lying. There is no primary source to substantiate the claim that this quote was said or written by Che. It doesn't exist, and Che's actions contradict it. Are you going to let me do my montage now, dude?
Che Guevara, worse than Castro, obviously wasn't an official dictator, but what he wanted. Picture Adolf Hitler, who's bad, without the, some would call it, charm.
He asked the Soviet Union to actually nuke the United States.
Che Guevara was less charming than Adolf Hitler.
Mass murdering dictator.
For all of my criticisms of Adolf Hitler, he was punctual.
Summary executions, again, tens of thousands of people murdered.
We're Cuban Americans from Miami.
But in all seriousness, if you live in the West, odds are you've been raised to think the worst about Cuba. From stories of
How much was the bulb? It looks good. I think it was like $10. Oz is a more dry and rhetoric-based creator, but he's so good. Who's OZ? Is it this guy that I'm watching right now? More dry and argument-based creator. No, I made it myself. Ben the dry guy Shapiro. Dry wife
of an
guy
evil
Shapiro.
dictator, Fidel Castro, seizing power against the wishes of the population, then stealing everything for himself and plunging what was once a rich and prosperous country into ruin, to tales about the supposedly racist and homophobic revolutionary doctor Che Guevara, who apparently gave up on his Hippocratic oath and decided to Michael Myers his way across the island for no good reason.
Did you know that Che Guevara, was he the Cuban guy?
Well, he...
Or was that Castro?
Castro was Cuban. Che, he was part of the Cuban Revolution. He wasn't Cuban himself.
Yeah, Che, the revolutionary, he once executed a 12-year-old for being too anti-revolutionary. Shot him in the face, bro.
Yeah, no, he didn't do that. This is what happens when you get all of your news from either Reddit or ChatGPT. You've surely heard about the poverty and the economic hardships in Cuba, which are supposedly solely the result of godless communist economics and not the blockade levied.
Oh, thanks, Coke Can. Poopy Klein, monolithing races again. You guys, the downfall of Ethan Klein is absolutely so funny. Like, it's like, it kind of started with, like, him and Trisha Paytas having a public fallout, and then his career really just went downhill from there. Especially with the whole Zionist bullshit. But also, you guys, he's, like, scrawny as fuck now. I don't know what the fuck happened to him. He looks very unhealthy. How's unemployment going? It's going well. I'm eating Chipotle. Yeah, chat. Say it once in a while.
Against Cuba by the United States, one that has been nearly unanimously condemned by the United Nations, with the predictable, consistent exceptions of the Yankees and Israel, though that list has grown in recent years to include other loyal dogs of US imperialism like Javier Milei's Argentina. The point I'm trying to make here is not that Cuba is some perfect paradise. It isn't. It's far from it, and people are suffering. It's true that I myself fall into the camp of Cuba sympathizers, but my goal with this video isn't to sell you the idea that Cuba is a utopia. It's to fill you in on an alternative perspective that gets relentlessly demonized in the West, to maybe challenge some of your preconceptions about the island, and to show you how the real history of Cuba is one of anti-colonial struggle against the world's most brutal empires, and then decades of punishment for successfully throwing off the yoke of imperialism. If I can't get you to change your mind about the country, at the very least, this video will exist to show you who exactly you've been told to despise. You can decide for yourself whether the aggression toward Cuba is warranted, whether it deserves the designation in the United States as a so-called state sponsor of terrorism, or whether the country's economic issues are the result of economic illiteracy or a cruel and frankly genocidal blockade. In the spirit of full transparency, this video will start with the Spanish colonization of Cuba, then move into the period when the United States took over the exploitation, before getting into Fidel Castro's revolution and the relentless sabotage waged against the country by the US. Along the way, I'll be refuting the usual anti-Cuba tropes as they come up. Before we get started, I want to take a minute to thank today's sponsor, Exter. We talk a lot on this channel about valuing things that are built to last as opposed to designed for obsolescence, and Exter actually puts that into practice by making gear for the long haul. Their new Cardholder Pro.
Thanks, NB. Chipotle back to back is crazy. I could eat Chipotle every day for the rest of my life. It's so good. I love Chipotle. You don't have a sponsor, Skipper? What's that? Dono jump scare?
is made from 100% recycled aluminum.
I don't.
This
Yeah, I
began
don't have a
settler
sponsor. Skip through.
colonialism,
I just
and
watched the
unfortunately,
sponsorships. You see Spanish colonization. Okay, start like here.
in 1492, the infamous colonizer Christopher Columbus came in contact with and reported on the existence of a beautiful island we now know as Cuba. It wasn't actually Columbus who launched the conquest of Cuba, and it wouldn't be for another 19 years until
You guys,
somebody
I'm
did.
sorry. I might have to put this in 2x. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but I can't. It's moving not at the speed that I want. I'm gonna go 1.5. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And that
I'm sorry.
someone
I'm
was a
sorry.
Spanish conquistador by the name of Diego de Velázquez, who invaded and started the Spanish colonization of the island in 1511. Prior to his conquest, Cuba was inhabited by multiple groups indigenous to the Americas. The earliest to arrive on the island were the Guanahatabes, migrants from the forests of northern South America who lived hunter-gatherer lifestyles. Soon after came the Siboney, and then the Taino. The Taino made up the majority of the population by the time of contact with the Spanish, were skilled agriculturalists and very hospitable, according to Spanish accounts. They cultivated yucca root, which they baked into cassava bread, grew cotton, tobacco, and lived in houses known as bohíos, structures designed so efficiently that Spanish settlers were quick to copy them, and which remain a feature of Cuban architecture today. In fact, the very name Cuba comes from the Taino language. Now, the reason I'm telling you all of this is to weed out the presumptions that many Westerners hold about indigenous societies and the perceived superiority of the European way of life. The truth is, fruitful, ingenious, and rich indigenous cultures have existed all over the world prior to European settler colonialism, and unfortunately, many of us will never know about them. The arrogance of the colonizer is such that replacing a rich indigenous culture with a system of colonial looting and slavery is somehow branded as an improvement, and in some cases, portrayed as a great favor done to the colonized peoples. But that isn't true. In Cuba's case, the immense suffering inflicted on the island stands as a direct testament to the ills of colonialism and the post-colonial legacy it left behind. Once the Spanish took over the island, they enacted the encomienda system. As historian Greg...
Faster? Okay, hold on. Let me go... Wait, I think there's probably a max. I think the max is 2. Let's go 2 and just see what it's like.
Brandon explains in his book, America, America, the encomienda system in the context of the Americas refers to a kind of slavery, but indios encomendados, or commended Indians, weren't considered private property or chattel. Rather, they were formerly something like wards, members of an existing village or community who, in exchange for labor, were to receive instruction in Christian doctrine from their overlords, their guardian encomenderos. The encomienda was important, but it was just one of many coerced labor systems. As the indigenous workforce began to deplete due to mistreatment and disease, the Spanish, starting in the 1520s, began bringing over African slaves in large numbers to fill their roles. By the late 1700s, in response to the sugar boom, huge waves of enslaved Africans were brought to Cuba to work on sugar plantations. This sharpened the class contradictions, exacerbated racial stratification, and solidified Cuba as a racial slave state. For those who may be unfamiliar, the Spanish imposed brutal racial hierarchies in their colonies. In Cuba, it looked roughly like this. Peninsulars, white Spaniards born in Spain, were at the top. Below them were Creoles, the descendants of Spanish colonizers born in the Americas. And beneath them were indigenous and African peoples, with free people of color, which Cuba had a relatively large number of, placed above enslaved
ancestors?
Africans. While the Spanish originally envisioned their colonies as a binary system of 2 legally distinct republics, the Republic of Spaniards and the Republic of Indians, as they referred to it, this framework fell apart fairly quickly, especially in Cuba's case, where largely due to the massive decline of the indigenous population, the mass importation of enslaved Africans, and mixing between all these groups, it devolved into a weird and gross caste system based on blood and lineage, where proximity to blackness placed you lower in the social order. By the mid to late 1800s, the Creoles, the descendants of the Spanish born in Cuba, started to sharpen their nationalist movements and aimed to fight off the Spanish-born peninsulars, who had monopolized power. Much of this movement was largely concerned with maintaining the existing social order, but just swapping the peninsulars at the top with the Creoles, the Cuban-born elites. Even when the 10 Years' War for Independence began in 1868, led by plantation owners who wanted to boot out the Spanish, the movement was conflicted over issues like slavery and maintaining the existing social order. There was, however, a Creole by the name of José Martí, who despised the racial stratification and sought to unite Cubans of all races in one national liberatory struggle for independence. Martí formed the Cuban Revolutionary Party in 1892 with the goal to unite the fractured independence movements in the country, and by 1895, the final war for Cuban independence from the Spanish began. In just 3 years, the rebels, whom Martí was no longer a part of as he died early in battle, had so badly beaten the Spanish that they were on the verge of collapse. Cuban independence was closer than ever, but the rebels failed to consider one very important thing: the audacity of the United States. See, the US had long coveted the island and wanted to take it over from the Spanish. You can see figures as old as Thomas Jefferson and John Quincy Adams fantasizing about this. The US is also notorious for playing dirty, and its meddling in 1898 stripped the hard-earned victory away from the Cuban rebels. As Grandin recounts the story, white and black Cubans fought side by side, with free people of color and former slaves obtaining the highest military ranks. Black officers commanded ordinary soldiers of light.
Okay, I feel like just based off these part captions, I can tell exactly what happened. So I feel like it's like, I'm guessing that they try to nationalize whatever, and then our government interfered and said, "Fuck no, you have to give everything to us at like a cheaper price." And then what probably happened is they overthrew that. They didn't like that, and now they have some sort of like alternative communist system of government that America, and then America like kind of sabotages them by not, I guess, letting any of the countries allied with us associated with them. That's probably what happens. I don't know. I feel like that's always what happens. This is what America does with like every other second to third world country. That's also what they try to do in Korea, but the Korean people overthrew the governor. They or the Yumi the Korean people overthrew the president, but they try to do that. Explains things like Cuban direct democracy though. What's that? Hold on. What's Cuban direct democracy?
About this. The
Wait,
US
what part of the video explains that? Because you guys, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not watching this full thing. Okay, let's see. Cuban Revolution, post-revolutionary. Okay, I kind of want to watch this part. How Cuba's democracy works.
force. Now, if I were to tell you, my mostly Western audience, that post-revolutionary Cuba also boasts a unique form of participatory democracy,
Chipotle.
odds are a good amount of you wouldn't believe me. And that's fine. Again, I'm not here to pretend that Cuba is perfect or that they have everything figured out, but rather to challenge your preconceptions, specifically about democracy and what actually constitutes it. In the West, particularly in the US, democracy seems to be something people do once every 4 years, where they go out and vote for one of two corrupt politicians from two corrupt parties, all while their material realities steadily decline over time, and it seems as though fundamental change never comes, no matter how badly the populace wants it. Take universal healthcare in the US, for example. The masses want it, it's a popular demand, but no matter the color tie on the president, it never comes. As the saying goes, in America, you could change the party, but not the policy. In a place like Cuba, sure, you have one party that serves as an ideological vanguard, but the policies can actually be changed, and the masses can exert some form of control on a grassroots level. That's why, as Arnold August notes, Cuba is an example of democracy in motion, as opposed to the stagnant, decrepit bullshit that takes place in the US. And in case you don't believe me, I'll quickly explain how the system of participatory democracy looks in Cuba. Right off the bat, it's worth mentioning that many Cubans reject the imposition of multi-party systems and argue that before 1959, Cuba had political parties, but no democracy. A direct rebuttal to the idea that the two are inextricably linked. But before we get into that, we should probably lay some groundwork and talk about what democracy even is and why it's important. Aviva Chomsky, in her book A History of the Cuban Revolution, has a great succinct passage that perfectly describes how a fully fleshed out democracy should look. It goes like this. In essence, democracy has to do with...
I literally just got back from Chipotle after you mentioned it. I love Chipotle, it's so good. The end of the video is really, really good. Facts. It's that
systems or mechanisms for the people of a society to be involved in making decisions about how their society will function. Political scientists distinguish between representative and direct democracy. In a representative democracy, people participate in decision-making by electing representatives to make the actual decisions. In a direct democracy, decisions are made by some sort of collective assembly in which all can participate. And in Cuba, the latter reigns through direct citizen involvement, mass organizations, and a unique electoral structure. Elections are held at the municipal, provincial, and national levels, and the Communist Party of Cuba, the PCC, does not nominate or run candidates. Money plays no role in Cuban elections, no advertising, no campaigning, just a one-page biography of each candidate posted publicly. The general election process is divided into two distinct phases. Phase 1 covers municipal elections. In small neighborhood districts, residents gather in open assemblies to directly nominate candidates from among themselves by a show of hands. Citizens then elect delegates to the municipal assemblies via secret ballot. Once constituted, these local municipal assemblies elect their own president and vice president from among their ranks. Phase 2 covers national elections for the National Assembly of People's Power. For these seats, candidates are proposed by candidacies commissions, made up of representatives from mass organizations such as trade unions, student groups, and the Women's Federation, rather than directly by neighborhood assemblies. To ensure the national government remains anchored to the grassroots, up to 50% of these national deputies are the local municipal...
If I wanted to effectively lose weight every day, would it be better to go to the gym at the end of the day, like after eating? I don't think it really matters. I think, I almost feel like it'd be better to go before eating, because I feel like if you go after eating, you might have the urge to eat after you work out after eating. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like it's better to I feel like the most important thing is to not be awake like a few hours after eating, or to be awake for a few hours after you eat, before you go to bed. Really noted. Eat healthy is the main thing. No, I think eating healthy is important as well.
Delegates who were already elected by their
Because I feel like when you go to the gym, honestly, a lot of people go to the gym and they'll just lift or they just do cardio. Do a little bit of both. I feel like you should do, and like you don't necessarily have to run or anything crazy. Just do an incline walk.
neighborhoods in Phase 1. Ultimately, this creates...
Damn, their government system seems actually pretty interesting. Hold up. U.S. aggression and Cuban selflessness? What's this?
...of destroying Cuba so that its corporations can get back to plundering it the way they had for so many years prior. The only foreseeable means of alienating internal support is through disenchantment and disaffection based on economic dissatisfaction and hardship. Every possible means should be undertaken promptly to weaken the economic life of Cuba. It reads. Then it calls for denying Cuba money and supplies, openly fantasizes about falling real and monetary wages, and explicitly seeks to induce hunger, desperation, and the overthrow of Castro. Typically, when we talk about Cuba, people love to blame communism as though it were the primary cause of the island's suffering, supposedly doomed to fail because of its inherent futility. But if communism were destined to collapse on its own, why did U.S. officials feel the need to go all out like this? And to be clear, everything laid out in that memorandum was eventually carried out by the U.S. Remember how earlier I mentioned that the Cuban revolutionary government carried out land reform programs where vast tracts of often uncultivated arable land, hoarded by foreign companies and the descendants of slave-owning Cuban elites, were redistributed to the peasantry? Well, this is often cited as one of the main causes of economic tension between the U.S. and Cuba. People point to this and claim that the evil communist dictator Fidel Castro stole property from the U.S. and the Cuban land-owning elite, but in reality, Castro offered compensation for everything he expropriated, acted within the legal limits of Cuba's...
You get carnitas? No, I didn't. I got steak again. Wait, what does it say? My current program has me do cardio and then some complex lift. It's for the cut. The only thing that matters is the calorie deficit. That's low-key true as well. I think if you really want to get like snatch, it's like calorie deficit plus like, I'd say like I really like Legree. It's like solid core. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but Legree is insanely good. Definitely check out Legree. I fucking love Legree.
His own 1940 constitution, which allowed confiscation for the public good and explicitly prohibited large land holdings, and he did so to reclaim land hoarded by foreign companies to the direct detriment of the Cuban people. If this sounds like some alien communist concept, I'd encourage you to look at your own country's eminent domain laws, which allows the state to confiscate private property when it deems it necessary. I'd argue that the situation in Cuba, where the majority of arable land was held either by foreign companies, leaving much of it idle, or by some asshole who earned his acreage by inheriting a plantation from a slave-owning granddaddy while the masses lived in squalor, was more than enough justification for this policy. And again, Castro offered compensation. Other major Western countries, Canada, Spain, Switzerland, the UK, France, all negotiated with Fidel and accepted his terms. The United States was the exception. It refused to negotiate, shot the offer down, and claimed that Castro wasn't offering adequate compensation. Well, then let's talk about how Fidel's government actually came up with this compensation plan. He offered to compensate those whose property he expropriated with 20 to 29-year government bonds carrying a 4.5% interest rate. The amount of compensation was based directly on the value the owners themselves had declared on their tax returns. U.S. companies and Cuban elites were outraged by Castro's offer and perceived it to be an undercut because they had been systematically undervaluing their land for years to pay less in taxes. All Fidel did was take them at their word about what their property was worth. Another major catalyst for tensions between the US and Cuba was the fact that Cuba signed a lucrative trade deal with the Soviet Union in 1960, where the Cubans would trade sugar for Soviet oil and goods. In response to this agreement, American oil companies operating in Cuba and acting on advice from Washington refused to process Soviet petroleum. This move caused Castro to expropriate and nationalize the refineries. Now, in case you think that Castro had no legal right to do this, you would be wrong. As Salim Lamrani wrote in The Economic War Against Cuba, where he touches on the legality of Castro's expropriations, they were carried out in accordance with international law that grants any nation the sovereign right to nationalize companies operating on its territory in exchange for compensation. And as we've already been over, when it came to Castro's nationalizations, his government put forth plans to compensate those whose property was affected. Other Western governments and companies came to an agreement with him. The US stubbornly refused to negotiate. Quote, all of the nations affected by the expropriation process negotiated with the Cuban government and accepted global compensation agreements.
Someone said Weight Watchers is not a system that works for everyone, but the original calorie philosophy of their founder was peak. I've never tried Weight Watchers. I know they make like meals and like frozen meals and shit. I have a moral shield was not him blowing smoke. The Cuban working class loved Castro. My attention span is cooked.
Agreements, all with the exception of the United States. The Eisenhower administration demanded, as a minimum standard, an indemnification rapid, adequate, and effective for the nationalization of U.S. assets. However, this procedure is not recognized by international law, which prohibits a third country from imposing conditions on sovereign nations, that is to say, involving itself in that nation's internal affairs. Anyway, this move by Castro led the Eisenhower administration to cut Cuba's sugar quota and eventually impose a trade embargo on Cuba in October of 1960. By 1961, the U.S. severed all diplomatic relations with the island. Now, all of these specifics are important to know, but honestly, I'm of the opinion that there was really nothing the Cubans could have done to avoid the wrath of the United States government. As the previously mentioned April 1960 Mallory Memorandum made clear, well before Castro nationalized the oil refineries in June of that year, the U.S. goal was to deliberately inflict economic destruction and hardship on Cuba in order to overthrow the new government. CIA officials themselves acknowledged that Castro was originally appointing anti-communists to his government.
Someone said it's almost bedtime. What do you mean? It's only 7 p.m. What fucking time do you go to bed? Are you serious? 7 p.m. is almost bedtime? Whoa, whoa. Hello, you me, daily affirmation. Fuck Trump, fuck ICE, fuck MAGA, fuck Epstein, fuck Chris Brown. Facts. Facts, 100%. Okay. Let me see. I want to watch a different one. North Korea. Not too Can you please put Subway Surfer somewhere? Oh shit. You know what? If I had a second monitor, I probably would have. But actually, that sounds like a lot of work. Let me see. How an FBI agent infiltrated the KKK. Actually, let me think. If I play a YouTube video, I have a coworker that leaves at 3 p.m. and says she goes to bed at 4 p.m. and wakes up at 4:30 a.m. I usually go to bed around 9 to 9:30. People in Europe, some people sleep when the sun sets. They're called octogenarians. Wait, some people sleep when the sun sets? Isn't that most people? Oh, wait, sleep exactly when it sets, like regardless of the fact that it's like maybe sometimes 5 p.m. in the winter? Oh, that's crazy. I don't like that. I don't like that. That's not... Okay, let's see. Ted Cruz freaks out at students asking about Israel. In Israel's eyes, we are terrorists. Or Palestine, let's see. I fucking hate that he's so... I don't like watching the news, but let me see, okay. If you have a good video about the Iran war... Wait, I have a good video about the Iranian war if you want. Shit, I'll watch it. Fern is educational too. I think I saw a suggested video by Fern earlier that I kind of want to watch. Hold up. Fern. Okay, let's see. Craziest bank robbery of all time. Not this. It wasn't this one. It was a different one. Let me see. Videos. Okay. Craziest bank robbery. Why everyone hates Lego now. The 13-year... Oh, wait. I want to watch this one. This one seems interesting. This seems to go with the 9/11 theme. No, let's don't. Let's watch Canso. It's actually... Bruh.
In a few seconds, a bomb will explode here. Right now. Everyone on board will die. On the ground, many more will die with them. Debris will rain from the sky, tearing through the small Scottish town of Lockerbie. In the months that follow, thousands will comb the area for clues. Police officers, soldiers, volunteers. This search will become one of the largest crime scenes in history. This is no accident. It's a terrorist attack. And it will trigger one of the largest and most complex investigations of all time. The case will span continents, and nearly 40 years later, it will remain unresolved. This is the story of one of the deadliest plane crashes in history.
The Scottish countryside is about to become the largest crime scene in the world.
The magnitude of that crash never really hit home to most people in the United States.
The investigation was never formally closed. Certainly Britain.
All right, chatter, I'm going to do you a fat favor. Are you guys ready? Hold on. Window capture. Give me a minute. I have something for you. Hold up. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Like, logistically. Oh, shit. Perfect. Actually, let's put her down here. And then what I'm going to do is hold on. Capture. Okay. Let's go. Transform, edit, transform. I think I'm just going to crop the top. Like, let's go 300. Okay. I feel like that's pretty good. And then I could just kind of like move it down. Actually, should I make it smaller? Actually, no, I should make it larger. I feel like that's good. Hold up. Actually, something ain't right. Hold up. I think I need to crop some from the right. I'm gonna crop some from the right. Actually, transform. Acting like it ain't for you is wild. Wait, I'm not the one who requests. Hold on. It's not for me. Wait. Why would you guys think this is for me? You definitely have ADHD. Chill. That's not even... This isn't even for me. Hold on. If you had 2 monitors, it would be easier. Facts. You would be able to do video capture with 2. Bro. Chat, don't do it, lol. Crop left. Hold up. Right? I'm gonna crop like 100 from the right. Let's go 150 actually. Okay. What the fuck? Okay. So you're telling me, hold on. Okay, I see, right? Let's go. Okay, actually I like that more. Okay. We got this. Hold on. I'm gonna make this larger. Okay. The fuck? Where'd the other one go? Hold on. There we go. Let's go. I'm gonna put her. What? Oh, I see what I need to do. Okay. That's good. Okay, let's do that. And then let's go. Yes, okay, I like this. This one monitor is getting every pixel used. If you get 30 monitors, you can get 30 times the brain rot. Oh, my bad. You need a new mic before a second monitor. Hashtag no shade. Oh my gosh, okay. Do I need a new mic or a second monitor next? That's the real question. First stream on Twitch to have Subway servers gameplay. Okay.
Worst ever air disaster. The questions about Lockerbie just refused to go away.
That intro hits every time, doesn't it? I'm Jonas, by the way, one of the founders of Fern. Did you ever wonder why we're called Fern? The name partly references this beautiful, untranslatable German word called Fernweh. It describes the opposite of feeling homesick, like a longing for faraway places. This story is scary, but flying is extremely safe, and often it's the only feasible way to explore cultures across the globe. Whenever I travel, I use Saily. I just buy a plan to get back home and have the eSIM activate instantly when I land, and schwap.
Literally no one cares.
And witnesses report that it is a doorbell. She's with her younger sister and her niece, carrying Christmas presents. The Foundation has collected interviews with eyewitnesses and victims' relatives. Shona Black Harkness is one of them.
Why Lockerbie? Why this wee town? Why was I there?
It's just days before Christmas in Lockerbie, a small Scottish town of about 3,000 people. Just before 7 p.m., Shona rings a doorbell. She's with her younger sister and her niece, carrying Christmas presents for their friend Diane. Diane welcomes them inside. Suddenly, the house starts shaking. Shona and Diane assume it's a passing train, but it's actually the first signs of a massive explosion.
And then the next thing, we felt as if the windows from the kitchen got blown through. Flames started coming through the fire. So we crawled into a corner with the two young kids. We kind of curled up to hide the kids.
The children are screaming, but they all stay put until the shaking stops. When the noise fades, Shona and Diane check on the children. Then Shona steps outside. All she sees is devastation scattered across the ground. Aircraft parts, suitcases, passports. The body of a young woman lying on her side.
She was beautiful. There was only one mark, as I said, down her face there. Her hair, spiked, wasn't out of place. Her clothing wasn't damaged.
The people of Lockerbie slowly begin to understand what happened. A plane has fallen from the sky. That night, the first images appear on TV.
Rescue teams from all over Britain are heading for the scene of what looks to be Britain's worst air crash tonight. Just after 7 this evening, a jumbo jet crashed onto the town of Lockerbie in the Scottish borders.
Witnesses describe a gigantic fireball, a blinding flash that looked almost like a nuclear explosion. Burning debris raining from the sky, wrecking houses.
Some houses on the south side of Lockerbie reportedly all but disappeared.
The scale of the destruction becomes clear the next day. Entire neighborhoods lie in ruins. At the center of it all is a massive crater. It's about 50 meters long and over 10 meters deep. This is where the wings and part of the fuselage came down. The nose was torn from the plane, but it remains largely intact. Even the writing on the side is still legible. Images of it quickly spread in the media. 11 residents of Lockerbie are dead. All 259 people aboard the plane were killed. Most were Americans traveling home for Christmas. As the town mourns, questions emerge. The plane didn't transmit a distress call, and witnesses report that it exploded in midair, before impact.
When I was sitting with my aunt, a thing like an enormous mushroom fireball whizzed past the window, and all I could think of was getting her out.
All of this could mean a technical failure, but another theory quickly takes hold. It's possible it was a
work
bomb.
on them titties. Do you get your bulls?
A massive salvage operation begins. For months, police officers, soldiers, and even investigators from the US search the area around Lockerbie. Thousands of volunteers help. A helicopter circles over them. The instructions are clear. If it's not a rock and it's not growing, pick it up and put it in a bag. The debris is scattered across more than 2,000 square kilometers. Search teams recover wreckage as far away as England's North Sea coast. Over the course of a year, investigators cover 2.4 million kilometers, take 35,000 photographs, and collect about 16,000 items of property. An FBI agent calls it the largest crime scene in history. A few days into the search, investigators find a crucial piece of evidence, this metal rail. It's heavily deformed, partially perforated, and covered in burn marks. It looks like it was part of a baggage container. Shortly after, they recover a fragment of a similar rail. The two pieces were part of the same metal framework. A forensic team finds traces of explosive residue. A week later, the investigators speak to the press.
The explosives residues recovered from the debris have been positively identified and are consistent with the use of a high-performance graphic explosive.
It was definitely a bomb. Someone brought down Pan Am.
Someone said, what if you add some of those videos where they cut soap into squares? I love those videos. She needs to see the DVD logo bouncing around the screen too. I just keep adding shit. It just gets more and more. It just gets more distracting every fucking stream. Like the next one, I have the DVD one overlaid. Okay, so you know how girls can work out to their butt to make it bigger? Can you work out your chest for bigger boobs? Serious question. I don't think they'll make their the boobs like bigger. I think they'll make them like more perky maybe. I don't know. I know if you work out your chest, you can like pop your pecs. Like that's what
Flight 103. A week after the crash, the case becomes a murder inquiry. One of the most exhaustive criminal investigations in history begins. The investigation requires cooperation between multiple countries and authorities, particularly the Scottish police and the FBI. The case is a gigantic puzzle, and investigators treat it as such. Every recovered piece of wreckage is brought to the Royal Air Force's ammunition depot, about 28 kilometers from Lockerbie. Investigators carefully arrange the fragments on the floor. Manufacturing details like serial numbers help them determine where each piece belongs. The puzzle eventually becomes so big that investigators use bicycles to move around. They know the blast originated in the aircraft's forward cargo hold. It carried 12 cargo containers and 2 pallets. Only 2 were damaged by the explosion. Further analysis shows that the blast came from inside this container, which held passenger luggage. Investigators also recover a 20-centimeter fragment of a brown suitcase, a Samsonite Silhouette 4000. The bomb was most likely hidden inside it. The FBI tries to trace the suitcase to its owner, but Pan Am's luggage records are messy and inaccurate. The investigators grow frustrated. Then they find another crucial piece of evidence, a circuit board fragment smaller than a fingernail. Investigators compare it to similar parts. They discover that it was used in several models of Toshiba radios. This is extremely troubling. 2 months before the Pan Am bombing, German authorities intercepted a bomb. It was hidden inside a Toshiba radio that belonged to a Palestinian terrorist group. These findings indicate that the bomb aboard Pan Am Flight 103 was also hidden inside a radio. Investigators want answers. Months after the crash, they move all of the wreckage to Farnborough, England. This is where the Air Accidents Investigation Branch has their headquarters. Piece by piece, they reassemble a 20-meter section of the aircraft's fuselage, this time as a 3-dimensional model. The combined clues help investigators understand how such a small bomb could bring down an entire aircraft.
Okay, I'm done with this video. I actually don't care about this. Okay. Let me see. What the fuck happened today? Like, what do you think about it? Holy stim? No longer. No more. Like, what do you think about it? Hold up. Why don't you talk about how they're developing drones that can hug you? Wait, drones that can hug you? Where at? What are you talking about? Hold on. Dramatic. Hold on. Damn, I haven't checked the news at all today. Let me see what the fuck happened. I need to start checking the news more often, you guys. Honestly, okay. Highlights Memphis crime drops. Safety task force session. You're living in a TikTok world. Probably true. Probably true. 38 days? They haven't had money in 38 days? I didn't know it's been that long.
Senator Cruz and I came up with a plan. We said, look, it's a two-step process. The Democrats have offered to open up everything but ICE. Ted and I said, okay, let's accept their offer. And then at the same time, we would offer a bill for reconciliation where we don't need any Democratic votes to do whatever we wanted to do with ICE. And that way we're out of the shutdown and DHS is back open. We submitted that, Senator Thune submitted that to President Trump, as is his right. He said no. No deals with the Democrats. It would have worked. We could have had TSA paid by the end of the week, but the president said no deal. Senator Cruz and I came up with a plan. We said,
did you see Trump mention CNN saying he has 100% approval? That's what happens in a fascist fucking country. That's like in North Korea where they have elections and they say 99.6% of the people voted for Kim Jong-un. It's like, bro, he thinks he has 100% approval rating because he wants it to be illegal to criticize him in any way. It should just fall under the DOJ. They're literally slaving this Nazi clown. DHS is
look, it's a two-step process.
Homeland Security into voter identification with picture and proof.
I can't believe the SAVE Act is like, more people need to talk about this because people aren't getting how serious the SAVE Act actually is. Like, millions of women aren't going to be able to vote. Like, if you've ever changed your name ever, you're probably not going to be able to vote. So, like, it's a lot of people who have, like, I don't know, changed names. Anyone, like, most women aren't going to get to do that. Like, it's actually pretty significant. They've not released any of their personal, because, okay, I think what they said was, they said, as part of the SAVE Act, like, the documents that the state requires, that the state processes around, like, registering to vote are going to be, like, internally decided, right? But point blank, the marriage certificate isn't adequate proof of, like, a name change, so the states are going to be able to just decide what documents are, like, adequate for a name change themselves. So, like, 50% of it is, like, undetermined. They might just be like, oh, a marriage certificate isn't proof that you changed your name. And then a bunch of women who, like, changed their names during marriage can now no longer, like, present any form of identification or, like, any, like, valid form of name changing, like, identification, so then, like, they're not going to be able to vote. Like, I don't think enough people are talking about the SAVE Act specifically. Because blah, 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 I saw where a Democrat offered up an amendment to protect women who have gotten married, and all the Republicans voted no. That's probably true. So because the majority of the passport holders are Dems, they're basically disenfranchising their own base. Shh, don't even tell them that. But it will motivate a lot of people to finally get their shit together. Imagine how unmotivated you get when people tell you can't do something.
Line looks like this.
Where ISIS totally helps clear out the TSA lines to Southwest Florida Airport. This morning, travelers experienced a wait time, but since I got here, the lines are moving smooth.
In the couple of hours that I've been here, I've seen ICE officers patrolling, and the line has looked the same since I got here. Completely empty. So if you see wait times go down while you're traveling, you may just want to thank an ICE officer. Earlier this morning, travelers may have experienced a little bit of a wait time, but since I've been here, the lines seem to be moving fairly smooth.
Been seeing them doing.
Yep. Finally, we can take a deep breath here. The numbers have dropped off. The lines are getting shorter. I think the average wait time now is under 40 minutes. So if you have a flight to catch today, it's a good time to come to Hartsfield-Jackson International. Talking about those ICE agents, you can see a few behind me right there. And then I'm going to walk you this direction, and you can see some more of them gathered over here. This is what they've been doing for the most part today, is doing the patrols around the airport, talking and gathering, not really helping the public in the sense of they're not taking tickets from anybody. They're not interacting with the public we've seen so far. They're not checking anyone's ID at the TSA.
Agents there, what have you been seeing them doing?
Yep. Finally, we can take a deep breath here. The numbers have dropped off. The lines are getting shorter. I think the average wait time now is under 40 minutes. So if you have a flight to catch today, it's a good time to come to Hartsfield-Jackson International. Talking about those ICE agents, you can see a few behind me right there. And then I'm going to walk you this direction, and you can see some more of them gathered over here. This is what they've been doing for the most part today, is doing the patrols around the airport, talking and gathering, not really helping the public in the sense of they're not taking tickets from anybody. They're not interacting with the public we've seen so far. They're not checking anyone's ID at the TSA.
Agents there, what have you been seeing them doing?
Yep. Finally, we can take a deep breath here. The numbers have dropped off. The lines are getting shorter. I think the average wait time now is under 40 minutes. So if you have a flight to catch today, it's a good time to come to Hartsfield-Jackson International. Talking about those ICE agents, you can see a few.
Let's see what else happened. Okay. Why is it this same clip? Okay.
And I came up with a plan.
Already saw this. Elon Musk has offered to pay TSA workers. Wait, Elon Musk offered that?
Yeah, I'd love it. I think it's great. Let him do that. And I want to thank ICE because they.
What is he getting out of this? He never does anything for free. What is this man getting out of
this? So strongly. They'll do great. And if that's not enough, I'll bring in the National Guard. We're not going to have the Democrats destroy our country.
Someone said, I'm going to guess you didn't go to DC. No, I didn't go to DC. Get back in Trump's good graces.
Take a deep breath here.
Oh, wait, that's low-key true. I forgot about that beef. Dude, it feels like that was like 4 years ago that he like left the Doge, I guess the Doge portion of the administration, and then he was all like, oh, Trump's in the Epstein files. I feel like it's been like 3 years since that happened. Tell me why it's been less than a year since that happened. It's been less than a year since Elon Musk tweeted, by the way, Trump's in the Epstein files. Isn't that fucking crazy? Like, it feels like it's been a decade, you guys. Genuinely.
Homeland Security into voter identification with picture.
We have all aged so much. Facts. You guys, facts. You guys, I need a fucking Zen. I can't do this today. I've had to deal with like so much bullshit today, you guys. Chat, should I get a Zen? Chat, should I go buy some Zen?
Citizenship in order to vote. And those two items are the most important thing having to do with Homeland Security. So it should be part of the Homeland Security bill. And I'm requesting that the Republican senators do that immediately. You don't have to take a fast vote. Don't worry about Easter going home. In fact, make this one for Jesus, okay? Make this one for Jesus. That's what I tell them. That would be a damn good thing. The most important part of Homeland Security is voter ID and proof of citizenship. Nobody can vote on Homeland Security without voter ID or proof of citizenship. And you can't have Homeland Security without voter ID or proof of citizenship. So we're tying them together. So I'm tying Homeland Security into voter identification.
Why Zim when you can gin? Wait, gin is in drink. Way better for you. Are Zins those things you put under your gums? Ew, yes. Someone's saying Newport. Someone's saying Marlboro Reds. Damn, I hope y'all don't meet each other. Holy shit. I don't think I've ever had a Newport. I think I've had Marlboro because like of the brand recognition. I've had Camel Crushes. Not a huge Newport fan. Well, I've never had them, so I wouldn't know. But I just don't like cigs in general. I feel like they're not very good.
We would never dream of voting in another country's election.
Not saying ADHD, but chill.
Vote in U.S. elections, not now.
Wow, so just because I respond to my fucking chat, I can't. I have ADHD now? Shit, oh my god. You guys just diagnosed me with shit. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
That's why I love it. Kash Patel is on it. The whole MAGA party is on it. He said, unfortunately, there are 8 Republican senators implacably opposed to passing the voter integrity law as it would require ending the filibuster. Okay?
Trump has nominated Mark Wayne to be the Secretary of Homeland Security. It's a tough assignment, made all the more challenging right now by Democrats having shut down DHS for 5 weeks. But we all know that Mark Wayne isn't afraid of a challenge. Far from it. As a young man, Mark Wayne left college to take over his family plumbing business. He grew that small enterprise into a large and successful business in the state of Oklahoma. Just a few weeks after being elected to the House, when the Oklahoma delegation was touring storm damage.
I actually don't give a fuck about this man. Literally, this is the most boring video I've seen in my entire life. Assisting them doing what? This guy said Justin, ICE agents were spotted actively assisting Americans through TSA at Houston Airport. But Democrats wanted you to believe ICE was there to terrorize families. In reality, they're helping and Americans appreciate it. Literally, he's just standing there going like this. What the fuck is he assisting with what? Pointing? No, you just got super brain. What did bro assist with? What is he doing? Genuinely. Wait.
So when you get up there, come on back.
And then this line for like 2 hours.
Standing around doing nothing while they're working their asses off and not getting paid. They're really, really, really mad and they're not blaming Democrats. Do you guys remember last year when they deployed the National Guard for the first time to DC? That's literally, I don't know if you guys went to DC in the past year, but like you guys, I shit you not, that's exactly what the National Guard does in DC. They just sit there, they just like literally stand around. They do fucking nothing. Sometimes they go pick up some trash, like if they have direct orders to do it, they'll go pick up like 8 pieces of trash. They really just don't do shit. That tweet is just beyond glazing, paying ICE $80K a year to be a crosswalk person in the airports. Exactly. Send them to open up the Strait of Hormuz. Great idea. Great idea. Let's draft them. Let's draft them immediately. Let's go send them for negotiation purposes. Honestly, do any of these men, like if they didn't have any weaponry, do you guys think that any of them could truly be like, I don't know, could truly be like me in a fight? If they didn't have any weaponry, I feel like I could outrun most of them. Some dumb bitch on my For You page was like, if you don't like ICE, then leave the country. What the fuck was she on about? Makes no sense.
Donald Trump, go back to your master.
Damn, they deployed them to like so many airports. I'm seeing Newark. I'm seeing, I think earlier it was New Orleans. One of them was Atlanta. One of them was like, damn, did they send them to every fucking airport?
Exactly. And you know who, if he's still alive, go back to your master.
Damn, so okay, I'll respect to her. She has like balls of steel, but genuinely, the fuck is that gonna do? And also, I feel bad because no one's helping her. No one's helping her. Like, no one's agreeing with her. No one's chanting with her. It's like dead ass just her. She's like carrying the whole team right now. No one else in the airport gives a fuck. Oh yeah, shout out to that guy. Shout out to that guy. What does ERO mean, chat? What does the back of this woman's vest mean? What's ERO? That one guy? Yeah, he said it once and then he just laughed. Kobe? What is he thinking? What they do? Fuck. Oh, here's the lady who was
And
saying
they don't belong in airports.
Oh, enforcement and removal operations? I see.
And so what's happening today in America that should outrage everybody? He's taking this very same agency that has been bursting into our schools, into our churches, into our hospitals, into our courts, and even into the homes of Americans. He's taking that agency that is reckless and out of control and bringing them to our airports under the lie that somehow this is going to help deal with the long lines that he created in the first place. This is an outrage. We should not have an agency that America doesn't trust, an agency that literally has seen violence against Americans, an agency that is tearing away American families, tearing apart American families, and arresting and detaining Americans.
ICE and being a good person are literally the opposite of each other. How are you going to say those in the same sentence? What kind of MAGA feed have you tainted your timeline with? Wait. Chicago delivery robot drove through the glass. Hold on. You're flying into
You were planning on flying out today. You are not flying out today. This is just a sneak peek.
Holy shit!
There's no end. There's no end. We are not coming home today, tomorrow. I don't know what's gonna happen. I think we have to road trip, and I'm not over exaggerating this. I've never seen.
Is that like outside of the airport as
many
well?
people
Like it's
in my
like the line goes fully inside and around the inside of the airport, and then they're like outside. Lines at Atlanta TSA so bad they brought out live entertainment. I'm confused, you guys. Okay. So earlier there was a news clip that I saw where it said that like the lines at ATL were down. They were fixed to like. Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. I was gonna make sure I didn't get banned if I scrolled, but okay. Earlier I saw a video where they were like, "Oh yeah, the wait's down to 40 minutes now at Atlanta Airport." So were they just fucking lying in that news segment? Like this doesn't look like 40 minutes. But also, okay, we're good. The concept of Kirk doing this face 2 milliseconds before getting kirked, bro. Okay, let's see. Russia and Vietnam signed deal to build the Republic's first nuclear. That guy was after TSA. Holy shit. Which airport? Oh, this is Atlanta? Oh my god, bro. How many different lines are there? There's so many lines as well. Dude, that looks crazy. I feel like I'd get so overstimulated in here. Imagine the crowd crush. It'd be so easy to pickpocket in here as well.
Attorney Mike Donovan was out there, and not only does everyone needs to know, we met with this president multiple times about this endeavor. The president knew what was going on here. The president cared. People like Alice Johnson sitting in the front. Our U.S. attorney Mike Donovan was out there, and not only does everyone.
Holy fuck. There's no way this is this real? Oh, he's a UN representative? You guys, is this fucking real? The UN rep tweeted it, so I'm like... That's crazy. 1, 2, 3. Dude. That looks like Tropic Thunder. That's what I'm saying. It almost like, okay, usually videos that look like this, where it's like incredibly like, I don't know, graphic, like a bunch of shit's happening at once. Everyone in my chat's immediately like AI, but I guess this one's maybe not. I don't know. Can we confirm? Hold up. Who reposted?
We met with this president.
日本の考え方を多くの国が共有し、支持していただいた結果だと受け止めて、日本が
Bro, that's what they're pissed at? Nani? A few weeks ago, I was on stream and someone said she looked like the fucking cart titan, and I can't unsee it. I can't unsee it. I got kicked out of Mar-a-Lago for criticizing the Iran war, so I went to Taco Bell instead. Better food. Bro, what is James Fishback doing on my feed right now? Not James Fishback. If I accidentally got turned into a chicken nugget, how would you protect me? I would eat you? What the fuck? I don't know you. Wait. Why do you think I would protect you? Hold on.
Okay. But I mean, if we're talking hot, she's not hot.
Well, I didn't say hot. I said.
Well, it's about hot people, okay? AOC. I'm not going to go
Gretchen
there.
Whitmer. Being generous.
Do you ever see the?
She doesn't exist.
I have to disagree with Dana. I didn't think Kamala was hot.
Oh, she was
I
attractive.
said she was beautiful. I'd say hot.
I don't know. I mean, she was okay. But I mean, if we're talking hot, she's not hot.
Genuinely, what the fuck are they talking about?
With TSA, like, let's be honest, TSA agents are there to be TSA agents, and ICE agents are ICE agents. They're two totally different things, and it's not something that helps take off the load of work that TSA agents have been dealing with.
TSA agents have either quit or called out sick as they continue to work without pay amid this weeks-long partial government shutdown. According to TSA data obtained by ABC News, TSA saw the highest call-out rate of TSA officers at airports Saturday, about 11.5% of the scheduled workforce. At Midway, nearly 30% of officers called out sick. Border Czar Tom Holman says we could see ICE agents at airports as soon as tomorrow. He says prioritizing airports with the longest wait time.
It's crazy that Border Czar is a fucking job. Do you know why they're not paying TSA? They're not paying TSA because they can't. There's a government shutdown going on right now because they can't agree on a budget. And there are a few, like, I guess main. So they can't agree on a budget for ICE, and they also can't agree on like a lot of things related to ACA credits and like affordable healthcare. And so the Senate and the House are arguing, and so they haven't formally approved any budget because they can't agree on those two issues. And that's why they're not paying TSA, because until they pass a formally approved budget, basically it's just frozen. So like the next pay period, they'll like make all the pay for those weeks, but as of now, the Senate and the House just aren't able to find a middle ground, and so everything is frozen for now. LOL, this is third world country shit. Trump won't approve anything until they pass the SAVE Act. I wouldn't say third world country. What the fuck? Oh my god, what the fuck? I'm not watching that shit. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god. That was scary. Oh, wait, I saw this. You guys, this was the cartoon that I was supposed to watch last night. The Iran release. This is so 2007 mini game. This is so miniclip.com, you guys. China wins. Facts. Someone dox him. Someone dox him. Oh my god, how are all of them not white? This is truly shameful. I hate it. You're not supposed to protect me in your belly. Bro. 3/4 not white. Yes, I know. 3 out of 4 not white. Bro, what is this guy doing? Why are you... God. Literally doing anything but working. Can you imagine? Okay, imagine you're a TSA agent. Busting your ass off. Half your colleagues are calling off work. You're literally like... You're doing like 3 times the amount of work you'd normally do at your job because all your colleagues are calling out. You haven't been paid in like fucking 5 weeks. Then this chud walks in and he's doing one of these, and you know that he's going to make his money on time. He's getting paid. I would literally, that would be my sign to leave. One of them must be named Hernandez. It's Hispanic. This makes me hella mad. Do you think he can run more than 30 feet? Probably not. Candy Crush Patrol. Bro, why do they all look so happy? Why are they all smiling? Hate? How are you going to be non-white and be an ICE agent? How fucking stupid is that? Race traders go hard.
Negative. Banks, Barrasso, Blackburn, Britt, Capito, Cassidy, Collins.
so funny. No, because everyone's like, oh, they're helping, but like, it's like, what? They're doing nothing. Because they're getting paid to stand around. Exactly. They're not paying TSA because Republicans keep voting for TSA so they don't get paid during government shutdowns. They could be getting paid right now, but the Did they really boo him for 6 minutes? LMAO. Wait, is the whole thing news? Wait, actually, let me watch. Chat, give me 4 seconds to put the rest of this in.
Welcome to Cooking. Thank y'all for coming. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all for coming. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Well, you want to find something common? All right, thank y'all. Thank you all very much. Welcome to Pickens County. A little bit about this county. Just calm down for a second. I think you'll like this. Pickens County has more Medal of Honor winners per capita than any place in the nation. I was born in this county. I live 15 miles down the road. This is a place where people pay the taxes, fight the wars, and tell you what they believe. How many of you believe that Donald Trump was a great president? So let me tell you a little bit about me and President Trump. What happened? I found common ground with President Trump. It took a while to get there, folks. But let me tell you what happened. I come to like President Trump, and he likes himself, and we got that in common. And I'm going to help him become President of the United States. Let me tell you why I want to help President Trump. I was on the front row of his presidency. And I've never seen anybody.
Okay, at this point, what is the point of trying to glaze Trump? Because, okay, what is this, like, rally for? Is he running for senator again? Is he seeking re-election? Or is he trying to go for governor? Because, like, genuinely, what's the point of, like, I think before, politicians had a lot of incentive to, like, ass-kiss Trump. Because Trump had, like, a massive populist movement of, like, really dumb people behind him. But I feel like all those people don't like him anymore. So what's really the point of, like, being endorsed by Donald Trump at this point? This guy sounds like a nerd. This is hard to watch. What a pussy. He used his fame and love to back Trump. I think Trump is supposed to speak, but he's the opener. Please clap. What the fuck? Wait, the moment 20-year-old Cadence Carpenter drove her Tesla into a crowd that had surrounded her vehicle in the early hours of Sunday morning in Lexington, Kentucky. Bro, this happened in Kentucky. Why didn't I hear about this? Hold on, let me watch this.
Oh, they about to hit us.
Oh, fuck! Bro! The fuck happened? Oh, shit. Oh, damn, she just sped off? That's crazy. Oh, shit. Bro's doing tricks on it. Hey, we saw on IG that you lost your job. Sorry that happened. It's okay. That actually happened like 2 weeks ago now. You guys, it's almost been 2 weeks since I've gotten unemployed. They were on the sidewalk. Huh? Bro really said, thank you, thank you, thank you. What? Okay, what's this? A legitimate state of Israel's flag being burned during the demonstration. What the fuck is? Chat, what is FBC? Oh, you guys, I'm sorry. I know that okay. I know that there are valid criticisms of Joe Biden, but I'm sorry, like, he just looks like he doesn't know where he's at 99% of the time, and he never did anything too atrocious. So whenever I see him, I just, like, I don't know. It reminds me of, like, whenever I see old people in public, like, eating alone. That's how it feels when I look at Joe Biden. He just looks so vulnerable. I think that's the word, right? Like, he just looks so Genocide Joe. Facts, God should take him. Bro. Okay.
He learned from me.
Geriatric old dude. Joe Biden shouldn't have been president. He should have been retired on a beach with his grandchildren. Facts. He looks like a grandpa who gives out cookies, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, he does. He looks like, I don't know. But also, I did notice that, like, the second that Trump got elected the second time, or I guess the second that, like, he was no longer running, he became, like, 80% more coherent. Like, he was just like, Joe Biden 2028. He looks like a grandpa who gives out cookies.
Will Iran still be able to control the flow of oil? Be jointly controlled.
By who? Isn't his niece pregnant by his son? What the fuck? Is that true? Stress does make dementia worse. Biden turned the economy around after a global shutdown.
Maybe me. Me and the Ayatollah, whoever the Ayatollah is, whoever the next Ayatollah. Look, and there'll also be a form of a very serious form of a regime change. Now, in all fairness, everybody's been killed from the regime. They're really starting off. There's automatically a regime change. But we're dealing with some people that I find to be very reasonable, very solid. The people within know who they are. They're very respected. And
is his niece actually pregnant by his son? Can someone confirm? She 14. Hold on. Did you see the insider trading BS that happened today regarding the war? No, there's more, bro. I swear to God, like 800 things happen every single day. Insider trading that happened today regarding the war. What kind of insider trading? Did people trade on, like, certain, like, oil stocks, oil-related stocks? Like, what happened? Let's hear it. Fuck. Okay. What's this? Okay. Out of touch. Wow. The Kalshi prediction thingy. Now Trump wants to do business with the guy whose family he murdered. Started passing laws regulating corporations from banks to airlines, and we were targeting grocery stores next.
And maybe one of them will be exactly what we're looking for. Look at Venezuela, how well that's working out. And who's in
control of it? Will Iran still be able to control the flow of oil?
Be jointly controlled.
By who?
Maybe me. Maybe me.
You want the United States to be
Me and the Ayatollah, whoever the Ayatollah is, whoever the next Ayatollah. Look, and there'll also be a form of a very serious form of a regime change. Now, in all fairness, everybody's been killed from the regime. They're really starting off. There's automatically a regime change. But we're dealing with some people that I find to be very reasonable, very solid.
ABC thinks a deep sigh from Stephen Miller as Trump peddles his ever-changing justifications about Iran.
They're growing so fast that it would soon have become virtually impossible to stop them. Once they have a missile, once they have...
Families.
We are a family. I'm his mother too. We're married.
Oh wait, is this the scene from The Handmaid's Tale? Chat, have you seen The Handmaid's Tale? I've never seen it, but everyone's telling me to watch it because they're saying that's what's happening in this country right now. Have you guys actually seen it? I heard it's really good. I'm wondering if I should watch it. I think I've seen, like, clips of it all over TikTok, but I'm not really sure if it's like... Wait, let me see. Actually, let me shut the fuck up and read this caption real quick. Haven't. Going to watch it, though. Bro, I wish I could watch stuff like that on stream without getting copyrighted. That'd be really fun. I'd watch so many movies on here if I could watch them without getting copyrighted. As Trump sends ICE to airports in America today, and as he pushes to force women to show marriage certificates to get a voter ID when they change their names, let's remember that this happened in an episode of The Handmaid's Tale. Well, I have a question, chat. So can you watch movies where there is violence? If, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so the TOS, it's like you can't watch, I don't know, like, obviously anything too violent. can you watch movies that contain violence? Because now that I'm thinking about it, people probably play video games where they're like people getting shot or like blood. And I'm just like, I feel like most people, I think streamers do that with their Discord. Bro, why the fuck can't I talk? Wait, facts? I should do that. I should look into that. Hold on. I heard that like Handmaid's Tale at certain portions can be pretty graphic, which is why I'm asking.
As long as we travel together.
That's families.
We are a family. I'm his mother too. We're married.
Smart to bring this.
You're the one who gave birth to the child?
Yes.
Was it your egg or an implanted embryo?
Why is that any of your business?
Ma'am, this will go a lot faster if you cooperate.
Please. Just trying to cooperate. It's just we're going to miss our flight.
You should probably just send them
Thanks, Chrome Dome.
on ahead.
We're staying together.
Well, you're certainly not going to Montreal with them today, miss.
I spoke to the agent outside. We're married. He said it was fine. Here.
This is not valid.
It has the stamp.
No, the document is no longer recognized. You are not married.
What?
It's forbidden.
Forbidden? What does that mean?
Forbidden by the law.
What law?
The law.
Bro, he's so creepy. Vila. Huh?
You can't do this.
Miss, sit down.
I want to speak to your supervisor, and I need to see a lawyer right.
Dude, he's so creepy. You know what though? He's high-key giving exactly what Peter Thiel's giving. Like he's giving so much Peter Thiel. I can't explain it. They look like brothers from a different mother. From the same mother. Tiffany Trump is pregnant by her husband, who's only related to Trump through his marriage to Tiffany. Wait. Tiffany Trump is pregnant by her husband, who is only related to Trump. Okay, through his marriage to Tiffany. For some reason, Trump often refers to Tiffany as his niece rather than his daughter. Wait, what the fuck? He got the pound to your desk here. Is that just Trump being stupid? Like, I'm confused. You guys, okay. Every time there's some kind of like family type situation where it's like, oh, second cousins, third cousins, don't even ask me to explain what the fuck that means. I know second cousins means like it's like you go one further back. Like cousins, you share the same grandparents. Second cousins, you share the same great grandparents. Ask me to do the math on what that is. I don't know. I don't know. Don't ask.
May I go through this? I don't want to do.
You said someone look it up. That's what I found. Thank you for looking into it. But God, I'm so confused. Like I still don't know what the fuck's going on. So he just like sometimes accidentally calls his daughter his niece for no reason, and that's like where the confusion's coming from. I think that's what I derive from that.
Yeah, because I don't want to do the big machine X-ray.
Oh, you're getting a pet?
If that's what it takes. I don't know why I can just walk through. Right, but he can just go through just fine. But I can't. Makes sense.
Come on down, boss. Everything out of the pockets?
Yeah. Genuine question. How come I can't just walk through the smaller one?
The other one is our primary, so...
Right, but like I saw a couple other people using it, you know?
It's random by choice when you come through. If you're selected or you're random, these...
Like, what does that mean, I guess? Like, random, like, how can I be the random person?
You can't. It's just how it's done.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Curiosity there. Why are you scared of the machine?
Emits terrible radiation for your body.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
Yeah. But you know you have a cell phone, right?
100%.
But listen. Where does your cell phone radiation come from? So
What is this video? What am I watching right now, chat? Why have I been watching this for like 20 minutes? He got a pound to your death stare. Peter Thiel killed his boyfriend allegedly, and in my opinion. Is that the one that was a younger male model? Because I agree with you. I think he did also kill his boyfriend. This guy has his phone in his pocket 24/7 and complains about that machine, LMAO. No, yeah, that's how a lot of the people who are like, this gives you cancer are. Like, they will have their phone next to their balls for 19 out of 24 hours of the day. And then if you mention, like, oh, like, I don't know, diet soda, they're like, how dare you? To clarify, Sleepy Joe's son, Hunter Biden, supposedly impregnated his niece. Okay, that's what this person was talking about. Supposedly what do you mean by supposedly? Like, how much proof is there actually behind this? She's 14 years old. Was this like a conspiracy theory where someone was like, oh, you know who this kind of looks like? Or was this like a well-documented fact as in like, yeah, he does he does have a child with his niece. Like,
مش عساكر هقول للشباب ما يروحوش لان عن ابوها الكون ولا تيجي منهم ظلم يا بتيجي باحترام يا بلاش هاي امي راحت وقبل اخوي في هذه الحرب راح والله يعلم.
isn't working on an oil tanker like one of the most dangerous jobs you can have? Or is that like an oil rig? Wait, no. Wait, yes. I think I think I'm literally like tweaking. Okay. What's an oil rig versus an oil tanker? What is the difference there? I know that one of them's like for carrying oil and the other's for like maybe extracting it, right? Hold on. This looks terrifying, by the way. I don't know why, but this looks depressing as fuck. Like, if I worked on this boat, it would just suck. Like, rig is for drilling, tankers a boat. Oh, thanks, Smosey Mandius. Rig mine the oil, the other transports. Walking to a Chipotle right now, W me. What are you getting? Hold up. Rig's extraction tanker is moving. Oil rig is how I remember oxidation is loss of electrons, and reduction is gain of electrons. I see. Cornhole star Dayton Weber loading and firing a handgun. Wait, what am I watching right now? You guys, what am I watching right now? Hold on. The slot bowl places need to stop. No more Chipotle, no more sweet green kava. No, okay, I love a slot bowl. You can fuck off. I love kava. I love Chipotle. Sweet green, not so much, but shit, I'll eat it. Working on a rig can be dangerous. Working on a tanker is only really dangerous and trying to travel through a naval blockade. Okay, so it's only dangerous right now. I just saw on Twitter he killed someone and drove away. This guy? What's up? A wonk? Has there always been a tea party going on your windowsill? Yeah, that's always been there. All of these have been there. Ban this person? Yes. Yeah, it's trending. Yeah, I see that it's... Oh, wait, shit. 1 hour ago? Did this just happen? Cornhole star Dayton Weber? Okay, my question is... Okay, you guys, this tweet, there's a lot to dissect here. Video posted in January 2024 shows cornhole. Are we talking about the cornhole where it's like the two wooden boards, like the football mini game where like there's two wooden boards with holes in them and you set them up? This man, yeah, so that we're talking about the same cornhole. This man's a cornhole star? What do you mean? That's a job? Like, but also, how is he a cornhole star when he has no arms and legs? Like, that's also my question. Amputee cornhole player accused of murder? What a fucking headline. Truly, what a headline. Wait. Who's Dayton Weber? What we know about the quadruple amputee athlete there's no... Wait, yeah, star is crazy. I feel like it's like star is what's tripping me up. It's like huge blow to the cornhole community. My cousin's a pro cornhole player. What did you think it meant? I don't know. I thought maybe cornhole was like a double entendre or something, but calling... Dude, someone with no arms and legs can be a cornhole player? Like, I don't know. You guys get what I'm saying. Did you hear Mom Donnie had filled over 66,000 holes? I did see that. Damn, this is the second time in my lifetime someone with no arms or legs has shot someone crazy. Wait, what's the first time? You mean you even double scoop chicken or meat at Chipotle? Yeah, I do double scoop steak sometimes. This story gives off Kentucky vibes. Facts. No arms and legs is crazy. So video posted in January 2024 shows cornhole star Dayton Weber loading. I want to watch him throw a cornhole. Like, that's what I want to do. Because I'm just like, how is physiologically possible? Like, how is this possible? Oh, he killed Bradrick Michael Wells. Hold up. Oh, fuck. Guys, chat, here's a video of him doing it. Hold up. Chat, let's watch him throw a cornhole.
To be in David.
Bro, the American Cornhole League. Is this like, you know how like the Olympics and the Paralympics are two different things? Is this like a para cornhole situation? He throws it with his mouth like a horse. happened like 8 to 10 years ago. A crackhead with no arms or legs shot someone. I forgot what state it was in. So the first person to do it was a crackhead, and the second was a cornhole champion. That's crazy.
Let's give him a little
It's
bit
Dayton
of
Weber,
action,
right? I mean, that's how he's lived his life, and he's had that opportunity, and he's made the most of it, and now he's got an opportunity to do the same thing here.
Bro, that forum is actually insane. I'm going to hell. Oh my god.
And away we go. Game number 4. First 2 are in.
Wait, he's on the Kentucky Colonels? Wait, there are teams to this shit? Wait, what do you mean he's on the Kentucky Colonels? Chat, what does this mean? Chat, what the fuck does this mean? Wait, this is Maryland. Okay, it happened in Maryland. Wait, he allegedly shot and killed someone during an argument in the Maryland town. Hold on. Quadruple amputee, La Plata, Maryland. Let's see. He starts off hot for the Kentucky He's on the Kentucky Colonel team. It was on the screen. I don't know if it would be more mad that I got killed by a cornhole star or someone with no arms and legs. Facts. The team's on the screen. Why'd he kill the victim? I don't know. Hold on. Let's watch this video. So, apparently this is a video of him loading and firing a handgun, which, like, you can... I don't understand how he's doing this. I mean, I guess. I don't understand how he's pulling the trigger. Wait. I don't get how this works. Is this AI? Hold on. Shot and killed is insane. I would not trust him with a gun around me. He's trying to say his alibi was he had no hands. No, ear protection's diabolical. The things a man will do when his dick gets blown off. Yumi, you don't follow professional cornhole. I'm surprised. It sounds like something unemployed people do. Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! I hate you. The things a man will do when his dick gets blown off. I think he still has the dick, bro. Wait, actually? Does anyone know the context behind why he doesn't have any of his limbs? Hold up. Dayton Weber story. Let's look at that. Wait, not that. Not the story where he killed someone. Hold up. I want to hear how I became a professional cornhole player with no... Okay, yes. Championship. I knew... Okay, he had a serious blood infection and had to undergo a quadruple amputation as a baby. Okay, so he's been like this his entire life. To becoming a professional athlete as an adult, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I see. So he had a blood disease and he's been like this forever. You mean you don't follow... Wait, hold on. Sorry, you're iPro. This is a serious sidetrack right now. I still don't get how he's shooting it. Yeah, me neither. It looks like he has some sort of finger on the trigger, but I know that's not... Wait, you guys. He literally squeezes the nub into the trigger area. Literally, look at that shit. Hold on. Literally, look at how he's holding it. What's pushing the trigger back is just like one of the nubs on his hands. Like, bro, he might have a third leg. Does he have a mini nub? No, I think he's just like I don't know. I think the nub is like soft and he's squeezing it into the trigger. Yumi, don't get mad, but I have an interview for a job. J-word tomorrow. I'm leaving the unemployment fam soon. No! White Smoke Tel Aviv. They have chosen a new OnlyFans CEO. Human skin has pretty good grip. Dude. Wait, I just want to see the replies. I feel like they're going to be really bad. Hold on.
I'm Dayton Weber, and I'm a professional cornhole player.
Imagine arresting him as a cop. How do you secure this dude? Duct tape? Talk to the police officer from SpongeBob. Authorities had noted no fingerprints were found on the weapon. How on earth did he get the body into the car? The guy was sitting in the passenger seat when he was shot. Weber then allegedly told the people in the backseat to help him dump the body. They refused and got out. And then he drove off. Yeah, it looks like he has a little nub. Oh, I see. Okay.
Like that second shot a little better, don't you?
Yeah. Oh, the draw weight on the trigger is probably really light. Human skin is pretty good grip. Is this the Beretta single action? He drove off. How the fuck? Yeah, I don't know how he's driving either. Is it a self-driving car? I think one of the articles mentioned he may have had a Tesla. Hold on. He's going to be used as a sex toy in prison. Bro, why would you say that? Why would you say that? Hold on.
Lines backed up all the way to baggage claim. The lines were so long that people was almost standing outside. And when I first got here, I was about an hour and a half early.
What do you make of this ongoing chaos at the airports?
Listen, I think it's terrible. I think it's, well, I don't want to get political too much here, but I think they should solve this. And what I'm hearing is that there are some proposals on the table to get TSA, do funding for the TSA. Just flew in here and saw a bunch of ICE people down at the baggage claims. Not sure what they're doing at the baggage claims. I don't know if TSA, I don't know why they would be people getting their baggage.
Who do you blame for all this?
Trump. Yeah, I really do. I mean,
It is his fault.
Seen what's going on in
I like her.
Minneapolis.
She seems cool. She
And
looks like smart. I can't explain it, but she seems smart. He's going to be used as a sex toy in prison. Bros driving and shooting at the same time.
I've got some advice for you.
Yes, be respectful.
I'll be respectful.
That's my advice for you.
My name.
Ask if you can take a video, but you're just shooting video.
No, you know
So
me.
maybe be
I'm
respectful.
famous.
I don't want to talk to you.
I'm famous. I'm
Just got back from the airport and saw ICE. What were they doing? Were they actually doing anything at all? Look at these cons at the airport. Wait, let me see. Chat, let me see this. What is this video? Bro, why is he running like that? I'm sorry. This is what happens when there's a government agency with no minimum fitness requirements, by the way. Like, did you see this man's run? Hold up. Not one sit up. Dude, why is this like the 80th angle I've seen of the same video?
When the pendulum swings back, it's gonna swing back fucking hard. Before you go. Mom, I just this is going online. I don't give a shit. Everyone's gonna see your face. Your neighbors will see you. Those two men have names and addresses.
Oh my god. Dude, the way that the police have this protective barrier on them where they're all like posted up next to them so that no one ever like tries to touch them is crazy. Like, defending this behavior is crazy. So happy I'm about to fly back to the US in a few days. Hogwatch. Bernie Sanders. Am I be anti-Semitic if I say that... Am I be? Bro, what does that mean? If I say that US taxpayers should not supply more weapons to Israel. What? That video is old. Traveler at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson Airport showed up 8 hours early to his flight after already arriving 4 hours early yesterday, only to still miss it.
Flight. What happened?
Yeah, so I got in yesterday. I got in here 4 hours before my flight. Still missed it by about 2 hours. The pre-check stuff was all closed. The Sky Priority lanes were all closed. So I just went home and thought I'll try it again tomorrow. So I showed up 8 hours early today.
Extra early, and I kind of want to get my photographer to give our viewers a look at just how bad the...
Dude, why does he... Oh my gosh, you know what? Props to him because he at least seems like he's, like, coping with that well. But, like, God, I'd be pissed off. I would not be smiling like this if that had happened to me. If I was 4 hours early and then I still missed my flight by 2 hours, I'd be like, I'm just gonna fucking drive. Like, I don't know where the fuck he's going. I talk way too much shit about Trump on my phone. I'm scared to fly right now. No, that's facts. I heard that they'll check that. You guys, I'm going to Korea in May, and I'm so worried about coming back into the country with, like, customs and everything, because I'm afraid that they'll be like, let us search your phone. And I'll be like, well, shit. Like, it's just a bunch of, like, texts of me calling him fat and ugly and stupid.
The line is right now. Richard, have you ever experienced anything like this at an airport?
I travel a lot, and I have not seen it this bad.
Have example. Some pond scum felt empowered and emboldened enough to put this picture of me up to try to threaten and intimidate me, which, of course, he didn't do because I signed up for this. And by the way, the person that did this said a bunch of terrible things, not just against me,
I
but
thought they were only checking the phones of non-US citizens. No, I think that might be true as well. Yeah, no, I think that's probably the case, but you never know what the fuck they're gonna do at this point because they I mean, they indiscriminately deport people who, regardless of whether they're U.S. citizens or not, right? Like, I feel like they don't really care about that. I think if you look like you might not be a citizen, they'll still look through your phone. Dave, imagine getting in trouble for speaking facts. The assassination of my husband was painful, but what truly
Of hating Jewish people.
Support Israel. Wait, what?
What healing factor comes out of hating Christians? What healing factor comes out? Hate in general. Nothing. Nothing. Charlie always would say very clearly, Jew hate was brain rot. He would always say it.
Is that something he would say? Wait, why is your face so huge?
We've been to Israel twice together. And to be able to walk in the place where our Lord walked and see the Bible come to life in Technicolor, how could you hate that place?
To balance out Charlie's tiny face, journalist Nick Valencia filmed his own experience traveling through Atlanta this morning, spending nearly an hour getting through TSA, only to walk into the terminal and see ICE agents not screening passengers or reducing wait times, just standing there masked. This isn't about fixing delays, it's about putting Trump's secret police inside everyday civilian spaces. Facts. All hell is breaking out at SFO airport after ICE was sent there by Trump and then they randomly detained a mother and her daughter. Witnesses say it was one of the most horrifying things they've seen and they gave no reason for their detainment. It's going to get ugly soon, you can see. You guys, why are there like 100 police officers here? Like, and they're all circling the incident, I guess. They're like kind of protecting ICE. And also it bothers me because like almost certainly all of these cops are not white. Like it looks like a good number of them are Asian, a good number of them are like Latino. Look at all these hogs. Really how it works is the intelligence communities and the feds give everyone a profile. Anti-Semitism is one way to get on a watch list. They won't tell you and always step into secondary info for no reason. Hogwatch. They're all super short too, it looks like. Like this guy he's about probably my height. Like holy fuck. Oh my gosh, we got Asian. God damn it, dude. This is the worst representation I've ever seen. Like, holy shit, this is absolutely terrible. You know what? Someone in San Francisco has to, like, balance out the cool that is Alyssa Liu. He's, like, the size of a suitcase. Average Ramoa probably weighs more than this man. Dude, I fucking hate that the one guy who's based in this video it's the one white dude in the video. Like, I don't know why, but every single hog in this video is a fucking Asian person. Like, Asian. And then the one dude who's sticking up for the fucking immigrants is white. What is going on? What's happening in this country? Whatever, okay.
My 12-hour shift at TSA just now worked 4 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and still not getting paid for it. Fun stuff. So, Congress, if you would do us all the favor of figuring your shit out, of figuring out what needs to happen to fund the rest of the government, that would be great. Especially doing that before considering a $200 billion bill for the Iranian war. Thank you. Don't forget to give your TSA agents a hard time this week, too. They deserve it. We're a bunch of bullies.
Jerome, bro. Jerome.
You don't treat a lady that way.
Holy shit. CEO? After he threw water on his wife in a hamburger? Wait, he got 30 months probation for the way. Actually, the team was in the wrong. Apparently, the teen threw water on his wife at the In-N-Out Burger. I feel like he was well within his rights to throw that kid to the ground. I'm gonna be honest. No Bin Laden, no TSA. Wait, so Republicans don't give a fuck about being in a war anymore? $200 billion for more bombs, no money for government workers? What is this? You die on the spot if you unintentionally hurt my daughter, and even less if you... Oh, fuck, I'm not watching this. Hold up. What is this? A Nepalese student ended her life inside the college dormitory for technology students after being subject to harassment multiple times by one of the male students, and the student had complained about him several times, but no one helped her. The students are forced to break the glass to jump open the door to catch up with her. Wait. Okay. Donald Trump was shot, but here's the Secret Service guiding photographers around ignoring danger to the famous photo. Yumi, what did you do for work before you got fired? I worked in corporate America. Probation, no jail time. You pretty much got off. I worked in public accounting. Bro, I keep seeing Palm Beach Pete. I'm sick of seeing this man. I'm sick of him. Stop using this to like boost your clout, Palm Beach Pete. I don't want to look at you anymore. Like you don't even look that close to Epstein anymore. It's like the joke is over. Like this man will not stop posting. 22 posts. I guarantee you all of them have been made since like people thought he was Epstein. Like yes. Hold up. Literally, yeah. Are you going to North or South Korea? Why the fuck would I go to North Korea? Why would... I hate when people ask me dumbass questions. Why the fuck would I go to North Korea? Reports saying Israel and America just hit Iran energy infrastructure. Trump was lying per usual. No, really something you'd want to be associated with. That motherfucker is Epstein, just a little bit older and a little bit more meshed out. I don't think this is Epstein. I feel like okay, from this angle, they don't even look alike. Like it's something about the eyes. Like they don't really look that alike. I think it's the hair, the build, and like everything else that's making them look alike. Maybe just the facial shape, but their features are like not the same at all.
Now, he's at Suche Beachy in North Beach, in Miami Beach, and I had a delicious meal with old friends, and we had the best night. Hey everybody, where's Palm Beach Pete now? He's at Suche Beachy in North Beach.
Dude, look at the teeth analysis photos. It's a polo shirt, lol. Yeah, honestly.
In America, and they don't belong in airports.
No, she's the only one who had any fucking balls or any backbone. She's the only one I've seen yell at them. Like, why?
I'm wearing shoes. Cheers, buddy.
You're welcome.
I don't think so.
Why? Okay. The fuck? 16 years ago, President Obama and the Democrats passed the Affordable Care Act. Despite Republican attacks, the ACA continues to protect millions of Americans today. Let's go. Wait, that was 16 years ago now? Shit, was that 2010? Oh my god. Everyone looks so much younger. Holy fuck. Dude, look at Joe Biden. Even here. Holy shit, dude. Look at Steve. I'd pop him for sure, raw. Why does 2010 feel more like 2003 than it does 2017? Like 2010, like this is, I don't know why, but this is still very early 2000s for me. Like it still feels kind of nostalgic, kind of like dreamy. Like it feels like I know this was filmed on a camcorder. That's what it feels like. Like, you know what I mean? Look at the TV they're watching. Like, I don't know. Like the formatting of the TV, it just looks so old. 2010 technology, yeah, I missed that shit. There was something about it that made me like, it was just like so quaint feeling, and now everything feels corporate and soulless. Fuck. Okay, mysterious creature appears in the cabin. The passengers panic with some climbing under seats and others screaming, causing the cabin to descend into temporary chaos. Its true nature and owner remain unknown. Fans are seriously concerned about Kai Cenat's health and safety after he appeared with AMP looking like a completely different person than months ago. Don't bother watching that. Okay. What is this? Disneyland held an event for children. Okay, you guys, why is my Twitter showing me shit that has nothing to do with politics? Like, literally stop showing me the shit. I don't care about it. Steve Bannon, we can use this ICE helping at airports. It's a test run. It's a test case to
Helping out
perfect
at the
ICE
airport.
involvement in the 2026 midterms. I think we should have ICE agents at the polling places. Saying the quiet part out loud. Who did that? What?
Some pond scum.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I already saw this. Okay. Already saw this. This is straight up propaganda in the U.S. education system.
So much. This is the shit I have to put to get the answer right. What was President Trump's reason for signing an executive order in 2020 to ban TikTok? To protect users in the United States from an invasion of their privacy. Check work. Oh, look, it's correct bullshit.
Dude, that's crazy. Don't let ICE agents distract you from the fact that we're losing the war to Iran. I honestly, okay, it's like everything seems like a distraction, and I can't even tell what like the main thing they're trying to distract from is. It's like, don't let ICE agents distract you from the fact that we're losing the war to Iran, but don't let the Iranian war distract you from the fact that the president's probably a pedophile, but don't let the president's pedophilia distract you from the fact that like we tried to invade Greenland. It just feels like there's like thing after thing after thing after thing. I just feel like I feel like there's no peace at all. Like, what isn't going on? Everything's a distraction from a distraction. No, exactly. Like, that's exactly how I would put it as well. It's like, how is everything a distraction simultaneously, not one at the same time? Yeah, it's a distraction if you're not paying attention. I love the future robots, Nazis, cannibals, and corporate overlords. That's the strat, I think. Yeah, that is the strat. I think it's called. I think Steve Bannon came up with it. It's called flooding the zone. That's what it's called. Like, I've watched a few videos on it, educational videos. Good thing I can multitask, bro. What the fuck? What is this?
Hold it. Has anyone tested this pen yet?
I think you're the first.
Should we just
Right
give
there.
me a piece of paper just to make sure what
got
what
a piece of
level
paper.
the ink is,
Yes.
right? It's a lot easier to do that way than ruin the guitar.
Exactly.
Eliminating their navy. We had 158 ships are down. I said to my people, why didn't you capture the ship? I said, were they good or not? They said, they were great, sir. So why didn't you capture it? We could have used them.
I can't explain it, but he has like, why do his eyes look like naked? I can't explain it, but his eyes look like two beads nowadays. Like recently, he's been looking real soulless. Like I can't. New York City's not a real place. What the fuck is this video? What? Okay.
Love it. Give me the other side. Give me a good side.
You guys, genuinely, what is this? MAGA is refusing to acknowledge the high gas prices as if they don't exist. That's why Trump just speedran executive orders to overwhelm the court so people don't know what they're paying attention to. Yeah, he does that often.
Right?
Eyes at the Atlanta airport, let's see.
Just hanging out, eating food, while the lines look like this. Not doing shit. That's just standing here.
I love that everyone's just like repeatedly filming them not doing anything and they're like, why are these people getting paid?
Distracting, but you can actually.
Trump is currently asleep at a press. Okay, but also, what's the point of having ICE at the airport when most of the people, like, dude, if you're at an international airport, which the only airports where ICE is deployed to right now are like the largest ones in the U.S. If you're at an international airport, like, isn't the assumption that a lot of the people there aren't necessarily even pretending to be American citizens? Like, they're tourists who will fly in from other countries just to like hang out here. You get what I mean? So like, what's the fucking point? It's a setup to have ICE at the polls to keep people from traveling. There is no point of having ICE at airports. Yeah, so I'm just like, I just don't get what even they're trying to do. They're so cringe in their tactical gear. Like, I'm pretty sure the illegal immigrants, like most of them either like one cross through the border or two just overstay. Like, isn't that what they usually do? They're so cringe in their tactical gear. Hold up. Wait. I already saw this earlier. Okay. It's the dumbest shit ever. You can't even fly without a real ID. Literally, yeah. You can't fly without a real ID or a passport. So, like, what's the point of even going?
A commercial search engine, I very easily.
They're being paid to stand there and do nothing. It's a continued attack on people of color.
ראית את החוסן, ראית איזו אוכלוסייה, ראית את אזרחי מדינת ישראל, ראית איזה יופי, הם רוצים אבל תוצאה. משום מה שהאיראנים רוצים
Why is everyone bringing up the Trump shooting again and being like, oh my god, was he actually shot? Why is it fake? Like, dude, it's been 3 years. It doesn't matter anymore. I guess it's been 2 years actually. It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't. Like, ICE has a training in airport security. They have no training at all. I think a good portion of people who exceeded their visas, facts, they just need more bodies for Geo Group and Core Civic. What's Core Civic and what's Geo Group?
are undocumented, if you have any mixed status, if you're anyone other than an American citizen, you need to cancel your trip. I'm an
No, I
immigration
agree with him. Oh wait, he's an immigration attorney? Damn.
attorney. I am always, my job is to keep you out of
I agree. If you're not an American citizen, you do not need to go to the airport right now. Like, don't fucking travel. Don't go anywhere. Most illegal immigrants either come over the border or just come in legally and overstay their visas. There's literally no reason for ICE at the airports. Literally, yeah. Yeah. 100%. The ICE Detention Corporation, isolationism has always been super successful. I guess the only reason why they would be at the airport is if you were going to like deport them right then and like put them on the plane and send them back at that exact moment in time. That's the only reason I could think of, but obviously they're not doing that. So
removal proceedings. My job is to ensure that you are not in danger, so I am always going to be the most cautious voice in this space. It sounds really dramatic for me to tell you to cancel your whole trip to Disney, but it's just not worth it. At least put it off a couple weeks until we see how this plays out. Because removal proceedings, once you're detained, once you're put in removal proceedings and you have to go in front of an immigration judge, your situation just gets 10 times more complicated. I have clients, it's really hard for me to get in touch with them. I need them to sign something. Sometimes ICE moves them to like 5, 10 different locations. Now, US citizens, especially white people, what are you going to do if you see ICE agents at an airport harassing someone? You need to have that conversation with yourself now. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Figure out what you are going to do.
facts. Okay.
گرفتن همه خسارات ما.
What's this? Oh fuck, what the hell? Oh my god. Oh my god. Fuck around and find out. No. Okay.
Agents to American airports. Newsmax, sir. You deployed ICE.
You're not doing a very good job.
You deployed ICE agents.
You're not doing a good job. Did you hear me? Okay, go ahead.
What exactly do you want from
You
these
believe in
calls?
taking CNN over Newsmax? You believe?
I was called a traitor by a man that I fought for 6 years for.
TSA agents make TSA agents only make 35 to 40 grand a year. You know, everyone jumped to the ICE agents and all that once they can stop us. MTG space lasers, MTG still a traitor. Unk. Chill. I love that they always wear this like knockoff military gear. Do you guys think they got this from Temu or do they order it for them? They like give it to them on their first day of work. I'd assume that they get like some sort of say in what kind of harness they want because every single one of them is always wearing something a little bit different. Amazon for sure, bro. That's so funny.
Out right now and trying to defeat the SAVE Act after looking in the passport data and seeing that the top states that have the lowest amount of passport ownership are
there is ample evidence.
At this hour,
Armies outside of their borders.
it is given shelter.
United States Senate. These are our fellow citizens. These are patriotic people who made the decision to serve our federal government, and you are torturing them. Meanwhile, every Democrat senator voted to start this shutdown is getting paid.
It's a mix of old surplus gear from other departments and other stuff that they order for themselves. I know George Bush was dumb AF, but I'll take him back to replace Trump.
Demands
Iran just dropped the most humiliating ultimatum on Washington. They demand the closure of all U.S. bases in the region, a $2 million toll for West ships in Hormuz, and $100 billion in reparations. They're treating the U.S. like a defeated empire.
from the start of this were
The President of the United States is fucking lying! I think this whole administration has completely lost their fucking...
What the fuck? Why do I keep getting bunk-ass videos on my feed? Oh my gosh. Okay.
Donald
Sky News
Trump's,
confirms the U.S. is backing down and Trump was forced to cancel the strikes because Iran's guaranteed retaliation against Israel and the Gulf states would be enormous. The cost of the war is too high. Iran called his bluff. Bro found a secret Stuck in another country, no customs at LAX, cryptic messages to the flight crew, no hotels, flight canceled. I'd be spiraling.
On as soon as possible to get us up to LA.
What
because,
the fuck?
Customs closes, which is
what the fuck? Cryptic messages to the flight crew, no hotels, flight canceled. What? Wait, when was this? 22 hours ago? Okay, they're probably fine now. They're probably fine now. Holy crap, the San Juan airport in Puerto Rico has dozens of outdoor tents set up just so hundreds of passengers have somewhere to stand while waiting for TSA. Bro, what was that? I have no idea. I hate Eric Darty. I like how Trump said that they were in talks with Iran and Iran turned out and said, nah, that fool was lying.
Damn, this just sucks, man, being locked up in prison.
What the fuck?
Off the Face ID on your phone. If you're going through an airport, I don't care if you're white, I don't care if you're a citizen, I don't care if you're a migrant, just turn it off and use a passcode instead of the Face ID if you're going through the airport. Because you're gonna have to put your phone in the bin, and it's very likely an ICE officer is gonna be handling your phone. People don't realize this, but officers can hold phones up to your face and access everything on your phone, your texts, your emails, your tax returns, everything that you have saved, your photos, any memes you're sending people, and it can be used against you in court. I have lost in court many times trying to get shit thrown out that officers accessed on phones using Face ID. So put that passcode on there. That way, if they want to access all your private information, they have to ask you for that passcode, and you're gonna say, no thank you under the-
Chat, is this legit? Chat, is this legit? I'm just like, honestly, this is too much work. I don't really care if they look at my phone. What are they gonna see? Like, I called Pam Bondi a cunt, and I think that everyone in the conservative administration's ass. Like, the fuck? Chat, yes. I don't use Face ID anyways. Did you guys know that, like, okay, and I remember this was a thing a few years ago, but no one ever talks about it now. Like, TikTok, when you guys scroll through TikTok, there is something written into the terms and conditions to where, like, your phone is watching you when you watch TikTok. And I tell people this, and they literally don't believe me, or nobody knows about this. And I'm just like, it's crazy how fast people just moved on from it. But yeah, like, every time you watch TikTok, your phone is watching you. It's looking at your facial expression, seeing how you react to every single type of video to, like, gauge what it's going to show you next. And I like, it's been doing that for 3.5 years. Like, I've been known that's in the terms and conditions, but yet no one knows about it. And I'm just like, why did we stop talking about it collectively as a society? Clicking the lock button 5 times disables Face ID. Just do that. Wait, clicking the lock. Does it actually? Oh, it does. I see. Just came across your stream. I've seen your Insta Reels and I love them. No clue you streamed. Thank you. I need to get back to posting Reels more often. I had a brand deal and then I kind of like, I was like, well, I'll just think about what I'm going to post after that. But you guys, like, I need to get back into posting short form content. Then why don't I get more cat videos? The fuck? I don't know. Maybe you're just not smiling. You're just not cheesing as much at them, or maybe you're not
senator
rewatching
from
them.
Louisiana who's made a proposal, and then I heard some noise in the background, and that was it. But I never heard a senator being recognized, so it sounds to me that no one has been recognized to object.
What? Could we get a ruling, Mr. President? I don't want to be unfair to anybody.
Travelers at Atlanta International Airport, Republicans' refusal to fund TSA. This is insane. This is the worst experience we've experienced in our 20 years of travel. It's primarily based on our leadership.
President Trump is doing, not only in Memphis, not only in Washington, D.C., but all over the country, ultimately.
We stopped talking about it because they sold to a U.S. company. Now the U.S. stares at people watch TikTok. Facts. Your phone takes an infrared picture of your face every 10 seconds unless you turn it off in your settings.
It will save and is saving tens of thousands of American lives. It is, I'll use that.
The ops gave this man one last call. Oh my god, what the fuck? Oh my god, what the fuck? Why do I keep getting more videos, chat? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get banned so quickly. One wrong scroll, I'm banned for life. I swear to fucking god. I swear to god I'm about to get banned. Oh my gosh, okay. So the whole tape your camera while you scroll has some truth to it? Yes. Dude, who cares? This is the most, oh my god, this tweet is pissing me off because it's so fucking pointless. It says, breaking update, Georgia State Senate passes a bill to switch Georgia to the Atlantic time zone. Georgia would observe year-round daylight saving time and not change clocks twice a year. House Bill 154 now goes to the State House. Dude, who cares? Why is this even a tweet? I only get FYP drone videos on my feed out here gambling live. Nah, girl, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how you're raw dogging it. Okay. I'm gonna refresh. Okay. We're cooked, y'all.
Store. I come to get some stuff. America's not going to be able to survive like this. How are we going to survive? I got stuff to make burger and fries, okay? I got enough meat to make 8 hamburgers, a pack of hamburger buns, a thing of charcoal, a bag of potatoes, and grease. Take a wild guess. $50 damn dollars. $50 to make homemade hamburgers and French fries?
I'm trying to wait. Okay, let me think. Actually, I thought it'd be more than that, so I'm not gonna lie. I guess I just don't know how much charcoal is. I assume that bag of charcoal is probably like $20. Let me think. I'm thinking like the hamburger meat for 8 burgers. I would have to say that's probably somewhere around like $10. I would say like I don't know, 10, $15. I'm gonna give it that. Potatoes. I'm gonna say those were like I don't know, $6. I'm gonna say the potatoes were $6. He said he got some oil. I think the potatoes plus the oil for them would probably be around like $10. And then I think the buns probably like $5, like max. So I'm saying like okay, potatoes, grease, and buns I think were $15. Hamburger burger patties I'd say $15 for 8 patties, and then the charcoal is probably $20. That's my guess. Charcoal's not that expensive. It's like $10. Wait, so what part of this is it's just burnt wood? What could a banana cost? $20? $50 for 8 hamburgers and charcoal is good to me. What the fuck? That's what I'm saying. I thought it'd be more than that because I figured the charcoal was like a little bit more expensive. It's $3 to $10 for the coal at Bucky's. Probably the meat. I don't think. Do you guys think 8 burger patties is like $30 right now? Because like, I'm thinking, okay, if the charcoal's $10, if we go charcoal $10, the potatoes are maybe like 7, and the grease is $3. I'm thinking like the burgers and the meat, like the burgers and the buns have to total to 30. And I don't know if 8 burger patties is $20, you guys. Beef is going up, charcoal's only like $10. Yeah, y'all, it's not supposed to be good. Y'all just used to the shit prices now. Well, we know 8 burgers are probably $20 to $25. Are you serious? Am I fucking dumb? Because last time I checked, like I didn't think ground beef was that bad yet. Wait, okay, wait, let me think. Okay, I guess it depends how big of like patties we're talking, right? Are we going quarter pounder or are we going half pounder? 8 patties is probably $12. I'm trying to think like eight eight quarter-pound patties is 3 pounds of ground beef, and I could see that being like easily $20. 8 burgers at Loblaws, our biggest grocery chain, is between 20 to 30. Homemade QPC for the ones I get. Some stores charge more for meats compared to other stores. How much do you guys pay for ground beef? I feel like ground beef's usually pretty affordable. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I feel like near me, like a pound of ground beef, 80/20 lean right now would probably be around $7. Like anywhere from $7 to $10 depending on what quality of beef you get. Bring back pink sludge. I make burgers every week. Where I live, it's like 20 to 25, maybe even 30 depending. For 8 burgers? That's crazy. I didn't realize it had gotten that bad. Fuck. Oh my gosh, okay.
TSA and ICE agents.
Out and rents $2,000 a month. Oh, save for retirement, and yet you can barely save for next week. Go buy a house. Yep, every house is $500,000, brother. I'm not asking for a handout, man. We're asking for a freaking fair shot at life. Our parents did not work harder than we work right now.
I don't eat ground beef much anymore. I eat ground turkey. 2 pounds of ground turkey is like $10. Wait, is ground turkey good? I don't think I've ever had it. The name's always a gamble to try to say out loud, but Fuddruckers used to be such a great sit-down burger place. Wait, I remember Fuddruckers. I used to love Fuddruckers. Oh my gosh, it's been so long since I heard about that. Holy deep pull. Ground turkey is delicious. I want to learn how to make meatballs with ground turkey. I feel like I'd really like that. I'm like a huge meatball person. Pork is also cheap. Ground turkey and rice after the gym is so good. You need to flavor it with herbs and spices though, but it's cool. If you cook ground turkey the way you would ground beef, it tastes the same. Depends on the brand, but yeah, ground turkey is very good.
Pawns to create leverage.
What the fuck? Woman arrested at Salt Lake Airport is deported after spending months in detention.
No, my daddy! Help me! Help me! I don't know how to let me quit!
But why is this video 3 pixels? Okay.
A lot of issues. We are here to talk about what happened last night at LaGuardia. So if you have other questions, please don't ask them. That's a different press conference for a different time.
Bro, why does Trump even do press conferences? He like never says anything of use. It always makes him look worse. What the fuck? Bright red spot. This equals terrifying. Doesn't even look real. Here are the details. Okay. I can't stand these assholes. I eat ground turkey to extend the amount of time my heart allows me to eat steak. You gonna try to make a McDonald's style nuggets with ground turkey? Oh, that actually sounds pretty good. That doesn't sound bad. Like, I buy some breadcrumbs and you bread that shit and fry it a little bit. For my budget, me cooking stream. Everyone's telling me to do a cooking stream. I'm good. Yo, I'd watch. I don't really like nuggets that much. I prefer meatballs. I really like meatballs. Meatballs are really fucking good. Okay. Let me look at this shit. Hold on. A jet crash. Both pilots were killed. 41 people hospitalized. 39 from the plane and 2 firefighters. 72 passengers and 4 crew on board. All passengers survived the impact. Aircraft nose destroyed. I see. Oh fuck. Okay. Holy shit. How do incidents like this happen during ground operations at busy airports? Both the pilots and survived, sacrificing U.S. soil. Hold up. Bro, why are people dude, I'd rather not know. Why would you zoom in? Literally, why would you do that? Aren't Swedish meatballs made out of a horse? They hit a fire truck. Wait, Swedish meatballs are made out of horse? Is that true? Wait, you're telling me the meatballs at IKEA are made out of horse? Surely not. Sure, I would know. I feel like you're just fucking with me. They found trace amounts of horse at IKEA. Hold on. Let me look this up. I was actually going to go to IKEA tomorrow. You guys. But honestly, hot take, the best food in the IKEA cafeteria, not even the meatballs. It's like this like salmon salad they have. They serve it with like this potato salad. It's so fucking good. IKEA recalled frozen meatballs over a dozen European countries after test revealed traces of horse meat. It was traced to a Whoa. Oh, it didn't affect North America. What the fuck? 13 years ago. Sounds like the human meat conspiracy theory for McDonald's. Did they actually find human meat in McDonald's though? I was just in Iceland for a couple weeks and a few places had horse steaks on the menu. Are they good? Have any of you guys actually tried horse? Is it good? I'd imagine it'd be similar to beef, but I don't know. I think they did. Were they studs though? Oh my god, so we got Houston, we got fucking Newark, New Orleans, Atlanta, JFK, almost every airport basically. Yeah, it's good.
Both
I had it in
sides
Iceland.
seems to understand.
Kangaroo's good, a little chewy but good. I heard kangaroo's pretty alright. You know what I don't really like? I'm not a huge fan of gator. I know a lot of Floridians are gonna hate me for that one, but yeah, not a huge gator girl. Okay, Trump blames Hexas for the war. Pete, I think you were the first one to speak up. You said let's do it.
Look at this body and say maybe we should get rid of all 400.
Alright, chat, you know what? I'm gonna go have a drink. Gator is ass and I grew up in Florida. Who's a gator girl though? Guinea pigs is not bad. KKW. Okay, wait, I have a real question, chat. Okay. Do you guys watch a lot of YouTube? I have a question. I want to start posting on YouTube, but I don't know what to post. Like, genuinely, I know I want to do it, but I don't know. I don't know what I want to post. I didn't try the horse steak. I didn't try the reindeer steak, though it's pretty good. Isn't guinea pig a delicacy in Peru? Yeah, I heard it is. I would try guinea pig. There's not a food I wouldn't try, to be honest. I didn't try the horse steak. I did try the reindeer steak, though. They have reindeer steak. This TikTok posted in LAX 13 hours ago. People do reactions on YouTube. Damn homie ate Rudolph. Airport cooked? Question mark? Wait, what is this video I'm watching right now? Hold on. Oh, he's at Elvis Presley's house. Shorts work well on YouTube, I hear. I need to start posting my short form content to YouTube, I agree. Hold on. Here's the new ad from the ACLU. Birthright Chip featuring the song Born in the USA from Bruce Springsteen. Let me see. Okay. Let's see. I was just telling my friend to watch you, but she doesn't have Twitch, TikTok, just YouTube. Fuck! Okay. No, I do need to start doing YouTube more. because it's like the only way you can like make like an independent income, because the creator funds on TikTok and like Instagram both are just kind of ass. Political commentaries, probably yes, but it's also like I also want people who don't normally like care about politics to start caring about it, and to do that you kind of have to infiltrate other communities and then bring those communities into like political commentary. Be like Hassan and post stream clips. I guess I could do that. I don't know. I don't know. I think most people hire a guy from Fiverr to do it for them, but I should just learn how to do that on my own. Yep, this is Trump's American Attacks. Anyways, okay. I'm gonna head out because I'm gonna go have a drink. The Yumiverse Industrial Complex. I need to think this out. I need to think this out, and to think that out, I need a single of bourbon, and I need to shut the fuck up and lay low for a while. Has someone live on YouTube before and got twice as many viewers as Twitch? TikTok? What is this? What'd you just send me? Okay, bye, wifey. I'll see you later.
Your
Bye,
flight is
Pookie.
now ready for boarding.
Holy shit. That's in LA. She about to come back and drunk stream? Okay, chill, chill. You don't have to ruin my plans like that. Host thirst traps, bro. Bet, bet. I got you. Alright, I'll see y'all. Bye.